For the season, it's week number 9. There's really a lot on the line. Panthers prowl at the door as the Eagles still soar. And for you, it is football divine. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to week number 9 of Friday Night Rivals on the CW Columbus. Alongside the football professor, Jeff Logan, I'm Randy Reinhardt. And, Jeff, we have two teams that when you look at them, their records are mere images of each other.
Yeah, they really are, Randy. And I can guarantee you back in August, both of these teams had circled this date as an important game. This is championship football here on Friday night in week number 9.
Let's take a look at the teams now. Pickerington North. The Panthers are 6-2 on the season, 2-1 in the OCC Ohio, coached by Nate Hillrich in year number 6, and he's got a guy in the backfield that is something special. His name is DeJuan Green.
Well, DeJuan Green is a beast. Let there be no doubt about it. A year ago, he ran for nearly 1,200 yards. This season, at 6'2", 220, all he's done is rock and roll his way to 19 touchdowns so far this season. He is special.
And North got a come-from-behind victory last week over Grove City, 28-21. On the other side, it is New Albany. The Eagles, same mark, 6-2 and 2-1 in the Ohio. And they're coached by Brian Finn, who was an assistant here for 2 decades, now in his first year as a head coach. And guess what? They have a great running back as well, too. His name is Christian Manville.
Yeah, Christian Manville is Beast Mode 2.0. All he's done in this up-tempo wing T offense is run for about 16 touchdowns already this season. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see 2 special running backs tonight.
And they got by Westland last week, 49-14. Last year in this matchup, New Albany snuck by 20-19. Are you ready for some football?
Let's roll.
Are you ready? What a night we have for high school football in week number 9. It's the Panthers. It's the Eagles. It's all here in one place. This is the Central Ohio Toyota Dealers Friday Night Rivals presented by Columbus State Community College in one place on the CW Columbus.
Nine already.
Dorian Hamilton, William Bass, Zach Bowman, Lucas Bernard, Ayush Chakraborty, Abigail Dunn, Colin Ferguson, Kenny Fisher, Richard Gilchrist, Alexis Green, Kadar Gusay, Lilia Hauser, Logan Grandma, Shirley Judson, Braden Ethan, Mason Lee, Luke McMiner, Colin Miller, Omar Manawar Jones, Manas Nair, Liam Atten, Asana Murakbar, Rohan Hassan, Dominic Rosa, Coach Finney, Andrew Stockton, Asma Straker, Lee Steckman, Stephanie Thomas, Adam Thompson, Tyler Tucker, Sidney Mosley, and Miles Zimmerman.
Hello, I'm Jim Ganal. It's week 9 already. High school football on Friday night rivals tonight. It's Pick North at New Albany. And we've got perfect temperatures. 59 degrees at 7 o'clock, dropping into the low 50s at 9 and 11. By the way, the winds should subside some. It's been up to 30 miles per hour again this afternoon. Next week's games look very cold.
Jim, thank you very much, and welcome back to New Albany High School for the start of this contest. In week number 9, the Panthers and the Eagles both at 6-2. New Albany, by the way, won the toss, and they deferred. Pickerington North will go right to left. I know that, Jeff, because as an honor for me retiring, I got to do the coin toss tonight.
Ceremonial. That was awesome down there,
and
buddy.
I kept the coin.
Yeah, he kept the money, and we got a picture of the ball that the OHSAA gave you for your 40 years of service. Well deserved, and should see a good one tonight here, Randy, with two teams that are really trying to make championships part of their history.
Well, and they're both into the playoffs, Jeff, even with these records, 2 in week 8 at 6-2 and 2-1 in the OCC Ohio. What they're looking for is that chance to maybe at least get a tie in the OCC Ohio for that crown, because Gahanna comes in with a perfect mark of 3-0 in league play. And, of course, you mentioned it, too, in one of our live hits on Channel 6, that Pick North can determine their own destiny, because in Week 10 they do take on the Lions, so that'll be an interesting contest for them in week number 10. And for New Albany, they will take on Westerville Central. The one thing that's kind of hard to explain for these two teams, each had a loss to a team that we didn't think was that good, to be honest with you, from what we saw. Pick North lost to Westerville Central 42-15, and for New Albany, they fell to Olentangy Liberty 27-0. But again, mirror images for both of these teams. You could say the turnovers were a big problem in those unexpected losses.
You know, there were some injuries. There were people that missed some games due to illness or sicknesses. But one of the things that's really interesting is you look at Pickerington North. They've had 3 scoop and scores against them this year, and those are the kinds of mistakes that you cannot make if you're going to be a championship football team. So you got to feel pretty good if you're Nate Hillerich and Pickerington North going in, at least knowing that you control your own destiny.
In fact, one of those was last week in a game where they were trailing 21-0 to Grove City and came back and got the win 28-21. Great story, too, with New Albany and Brian Finn taking over as the head coach. You know, I think he was kind of coaxed into the position because Bubba Kidwell decided to step down so he could watch his sons play college football. And Brian Finn, quite honestly, has been a mastermind of the offense for about the last decade when it comes to the Eagles, the offensive coordinator since 2013. And this is a team, too, that's been on a roll. Jeff, we were here last season in week number 10 when they went 10-0 for only the 3rd time in school history. In fact, they've scored 31 points or more in 17 of their last 21 games, and they have a 12-game home winning streak. Their last loss was September the 25th of 2020. Guess who? To Pickerington North by a count of 56-21. So we're just about set for the kickoff in this contest, and it's brought to you by the Buckeye State Bank. Start enjoying the benefits of banking local with Buckeye State Bank. Get started today by visiting on the web joinbsb.com. That's joinbsb.com. The wind was howling 45 minutes ago, and it's taking a siesta right now, Jeff. There's no wind whatsoever.
You know, we thought with these 2 running games they were going to have to just really concentrate on just keeping the ball on the ground, but both of these quarterbacks for New Albany, Luca Garver, and for Pickerington, Landon O'Connell, both have the ability to put the ball in the air, and they have some very talented receivers on both sides of the ball.
I want to thank, too, not only Tom Stoughton, but Bo Rugg, who presented me with that football from the OHSAA, and the coordinator of officials is Tom for so many leagues, and our referee tonight, Joe Volpio, who invited me out there. The legendary Joe Volpio. I have to repeat what I said earlier in this contest and what I also said in week number 2, I think, of the Bradley game when he was the referee in that game. So we're just about ready for the boot here on the toes of Colin Schuler, the 6'3", 165-pound senior. And we are underway in week number 9. And with that being said, the kickoff return is going to start from the 3-yard line and end at the 14, and that's about it. Return of some 11 yards on the play. It'll be 1st and 10 now for Pickerington North. Some 3 seconds in this contest with Landon O'Connell running the offense, 6'4", 215, and Butta Jr. And very nice stats on the campaign when you take a look at what he has done leading this offense. A guy that they're asking him to do more this year than last year. Jeff, I think last year he was just kind of the maintenance man for the offense. This year, throwing the ball a lot more and very effectively, too, as you see his vital stats on the campaign. And he's thrown for 9 touchdowns and nearly 1,400 yards. And we've got a whistle and a flag. I think we've got encroachment perhaps on the defense already, perhaps lined up in the neutral zone, or maybe somebody left early, and it's going to make it 1st down and 5.
encroachment, defense, number 8. 5-yard penalty, down remains 1.
That's a walk-up linebacker coming up. Normally a 3-man front on defense, but they do like to walk a linebacker up. Either Chidi Mabata or Dylan Schaub will make the move, and that time number 8, Chidi Mabata, got a little bit across the line.
On this 1st down and 5, the quick pop, the pass is complete, and there is nothing there. Talk about swarm tackling on that Home Appliance Solutions 1st down. They go to the near side of the field, and the wide receiver just corralled on the play. Good job by the entire defense of New Albany. James Yarborough is a guy that took over after game 1 3 years ago when Bubba Kidwell had that heart issue, and he's done a masterful job as well. A guy who we covered, by the way, when he played high school football at Independence. So 9 ticks into this one. What they had gotten with the penalty, they have now lost. It is now a 2nd down and 10 scenario from back near the 15-yard line. And the pump and the roll, and let's see if he can go downfield. He does, and the pass, though, incomplete. Intended on the play for Preston Bowman, the 6-foot sophomore. His dad, of course, Jeffrey Bowman from Reynoldsburg in the 90s. And his cousin, Ashton Allen, is playing on the other side of the field. Here's your Safe Flight offense, too. We mentioned the quarterback, and we also mentioned Dwan Green. But watch Chris Lewis. They're excited about this sophomore. He's got 31 catches, 316 yards. Great size in that offensive line, too, and good experience, too, led by Durham Smith and Jonas Mann. They like what they do with those guys on the right-hand side. Call it 3rd down and 10. O'Connell had some time, but not anymore. Brought down back around the 7-yard line. Great penetration by the Eagles on the play, and big number 65 leading the charge there. That is Michael Kraft. And there's the defense for the Eagles. They'll walk up a guy, and you can see that it's Collins and Loudon and Roth. Collins, they like, he's a small defensive end at 5'7" and 165, but he's hard to really corral. We mentioned Mabata and Orsinelli, 2 outstanding linebackers, but the focal point has been Tom Bowman. Steadying influence on offense and defense. Some good guys in the secondary, too, led by Elijah Griffith. So a punting situation now. And it'll be Bowman bunting from his own end zone. And on the 46-yard line, the return's going to start for the Eagles, and they'll take back about 3 yards. They'll have nice field position for their first drive around the 43-yard line.
I find it interesting, Randy, that Pickerington North came out there on that first drive. They got a penalty on the first play of the game. They got 1st and 5. And guess who doesn't touch the ball in the first series?
Mr. Green.
DeJuan Green, who is the stud over there. They choose to throw the ball or attempt to throw the ball. And on all 3 downs, here's the starting quarterback for your New Albany Eagles.
And he is indeed a senior as well, too. You can see 8 touchdowns and only 2 picks on the campaign. Not a running threat because he's not designed to be with his wing T offense. There's so many other guys that can carry the football in this Home Applied Solutions 1st down inside the 43-yard line. But, of course, he's going to throw and look downfield, and the pass overthrown and incomplete. We have a player that lost his helmet, too, for the Panthers, so he'll have to check out of this contest for 1 play. It was Angelo McCollum who lost his helmet. Here's your Safe Light offense again for the Eagles. We mentioned Bowman. He's omnipresent on both sides of the football. Rosser is the fullback. Manville, we touched on him, what he can do too. Talking about wideouts, their deep threat probably is Braylon Nash there, Jeff. 6'4", 175, 12 catches, and 172 yards. But this is not a team that normally lives and dies by throwing the football.
They like to go fast, Randy. They will huddle, but their idea is to snap the ball within 4 seconds of breaking the huddle. Let's see what happens here.
We mentioned last year this was a 1-point game, and that's because New Albany came back with 65 and 81-yard fourth-quarter drives.
Oh, my goodness.
And there's solid contact there. Great hit on the play by big number 25, who says he knocked the football loose. And let's see, they say yes, indeed.
No.
Panthers, or are they going to overrule it?
The official said ball was down.
All right, so the guy that made the hit, though, on the play was big number 25, Malik Gray, whose dad, of course, played for Michigan. There's your Safe Light defense for the Panthers. And Kyle James, who was there when it was one Pickerington school. Watch for Abu. He's tough up front. And McCollum, who had to miss that one play by losing his helmet. He is a force. Watch for Angelo, a guy that played at Old Tangy in the past. We mentioned Ray as well, too. Good experience with the Cadens, if you will, in the secondary. And the quick pop and the pass batted down at the line of scrimmage. Boy, defenses have dominated early this contest. Good pause that time put up by the Panthers in the person of number 40, Grant Burke, the big defensive end.
Yeah, Burke is 6'3", 250-pound senior. Watch the right side of your screen, having to throw through that picket fence. Gets up, and there is no ability to be able to throw the football. And, Randy, we spent so much time talking about the offensive prowess of both of these teams, but how about the defensive play?
Schuler, boy, barely got that off. Great pressure put on him, and a hanging punt, and the fair catch is made for just inside the 11-yard line. And that is where the Panthers will get it back on their second possession. We played a couple minutes in this one. Week number 9, what a contest. 6-2 against 6-2. We're scoreless here on the CW Columbus. Well, the visitors averaged 33 points a contest, the home team 37, but neither able to move the football, Jeff, on their first drives in this contest.
Yeah, Randy, there's going to be some feeling out that goes on in this football game. Even though we're in week number 9, there are new wrinkles that these coaches are going to bring to the table. And one of the wrinkles that we saw early on was Pickerington North's desire to throw the football. Let's see if Dorian Green starts carrying the football, and there he goes.
And he keeps it on the ground off the right side, gets it up across the 12 to maybe the 13. A guy that has got a pretty good frame for college football at 6'2" and 220. When you look at him carrying that football, and a guy that's rushed for over 1,000 yards and 19 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's averaging about 18 carries a ball game, Randy, and keep in mind that many of their games were blowouts where he didn't finish the game. But he is the primary rushing guy in this entire offense.
On the quick pop to the far side of the field, the pass is complete out across the 15 to around the 18, perhaps the 19-yard line. And the catch is made on the play, and that's by Preston Bowman, who makes catch number 33. He had a great game against Pine Richland out of Pennsylvania. 4 catches, 88 yards, and 2 touchdowns, and 4 catches against Westland for 176 yards.
A little play action in the backfield. Not much effort given on the play action fake to Dorian Green, but he did get the ball out quickly.
Third down, and they still need to pick up about 3. The spin move, and not going to happen. Only going to get up to around the 20-yard line. Great penetration by the defense as well, too, as Green looked for a gap on the right-hand side, and once again, it looks like it's a punting scenario for the Panthers. And a quick possession, again, too, for Pick North. And you look along the near sidelines for New Albany.
That's 3 quick 3-and-outs, twice by Pickerington North. Now New Albany is going to get the ball again. If you look in field position here, Randy, Pickerington North has been inside the 15-yard line on both of their starts. New Albany on the Pickerington side.
Bowman with a high hanging punt, and a fair catch is called for and taken at the 43-yard line for New Albany by Colin Gregory. Time now to check out Toyota's keys to the game. And Jeff, I think these are some of the best ones I've ever done. For Pick North, we're talking about the running backs.
Against New Albany.
Thank you,
No
Joe.
yardage.
Handle Manville, talking to the running back, and Green, mean running machine, obviously referring to the 2 running backs. Now for New Albany, remember, they're the Eagles, and Landon O'Connell is the quarterback. So the Eagle has Landon. They have to keep an eye on the quarterback, little NASA humor there, if you will. And Garver, the Carver, when he gets the ball to throw it downfield, he has to be precise with his passes. So there you go. Those are your Toyota's keys to the game here on this week number 9. 1st and 10 from just past the 43. And looking is Garver and throwing that one away.
That's twice that he's tried to roll to the right there. They've kept him in the pocket, and it's really difficult for Garver to be able to see out there in both of those passes intended for no one.
Yeah, Manville was the closest guy to the football. And again, you mentioned it, Jeff. Get in the huddle. They want to snap it within 4 seconds. So they're out of the huddle. And 4 seconds after this, 1, 2, 3, and they do it. And they hand it off the left side, and they're going to get the ball up to around the 47-yard line. What has been the purpose of these teams throwing the ball on first down early? Just to try to give the defense something else to think about? It's that time on the carry. they get it off the left-hand side for a short gain.
Yeah, I think both teams have committed to stop the run. You can see the number of white jerseys that are in the box there. You just do the math. It creates opportunities to throw the football, but you've got to control the line of scrimmage to allow your quarterback time to be able to get the ball outside. And Luca Garver at 5'11", difficult time seeing over that big defensive line.
Rosser picked up 4, third down, pumps it downfield, looks, and again, that same pattern, this time not as high, but the pass falls incomplete. And wow, you look at the clock, 7:34, each team with 2 possessions, and each team looking to perhaps punt already twice in this first quarter.
No first downs in this game. Again, we talk about the fact that, these teams have high-power offenses, but defensively, Pickerington North keeping people to under 14 points a game, and New Albany keeping their opponents to under 16 points a game so far this season.
Schulter averaging 35.4 per punt. Not as much pressure as last time. It is a hanging punt. It's going to hit at the 26-yard line. Not that deep. And it will be the 3rd possession already in this contest for the squad from Pickerington North.
Yeah, we've had some ups and downs. At this point, it's week 9. We're 6-2. This is what it's all about, though. When you're playing a great team like New Albany and there's a lot on the line. Yeah, he's consistent. He handles the game, takes care of the football, and tonight that's what he's going to have to do. He can't turn the ball over. It's a little windy. Got to make sure we keep things under control.
And they'll keep it on the ground and get the ball up across the 28 to the 29-yard line. The comments of head coach Nate Hillerich as he talks about what his team has done so far this season, and also talking about his quarterback, Landon O'Connell. That's courtesy of Music Go Round. You can go to Music Go Round, and they can help you with your instrument needs at 2630 Bethel Road and Gahanna inside the Stone Ridge Plaza. So they get something on the ground this time, Jeff, on a first down play, setting up second down and maybe closer to 7 or 8 yards with the ball resting at the 29-yard line. We are at Veterans Field at Eagles Stadium. Veterans Field portion of the name coming about in 2013.
Got a little equipment issue down there. Number 58, Nevada and Durham Smith having trouble getting his shoe on. He's going to have to come out of the football game. They're going to have to bring in another right guard to play that spot.
And he is a returning starter at 6'1", 265. He likes drawing, bowling, AP Environmental Science, and he's part of the ping pong and chess clubs. Physical and mental activity, if you will. Second down and 8 now. On the ground again, pushing the pile up across the 30 to around the 32-yard line. That time on the carry, they give the ball to number 22, Michael Taylor, but a sophomore. 5'10", 175, 41 carries for 394 coming into this contest. A 9.6-yard average as well, too. Take a look at that. Just pushing the pile, doing a good job, too, of spinning and picking up 2 more yards, setting up a third down from the 33-yard line.
Randy, in preparation for this game, one of the things that's very obvious is the size of this offensive line for Pickerington North and the diminutive size, I think, of the defensive line for New Albany compared to what those white jerseys are all about.
And that's what James Collins goes 165. They hand it off the right side up to the 35, maybe the 36-yard line. And that's about it on the play. They're going to be shy of the first down and the sticks that time, as once again, it is big number 22, Michael Taylor on the carry, who against Grove City, 16 carries, 137 yards last week, and a touchdown. Maybe his coming out party, if you will.
Well, you talk about James Collins, the defensive end for New Albany. What did this kid do wrong? He's wearing a number 6 jersey. They put him at defensive end. He's 5'7", 165 pounds, but he's got 7 tackles for a loss, so he is a big-time player.
And a big-time play here, 4th down and 1 from near the 37-yard line to the Panthers. They'll keep it on the ground, going to get it up to the 37-yard line now. Each side claiming they've done what they need to do. Defense of New Albany saying, we've stopped him. Pick North saying they have a first down. And Coach Volpio, if you will, down on the field wearing the white hat, says it is a first down.
I think, though, I would demand a measurement if I'm the coach over here.
It's too late. The sticks have been moved. Take a look at this one more time.
Watch real closely. It's where the ball is. You can see right there. He got to the 38-yard line, or 37-yard line, I should say.
We'll keep it on the ground across the 45. Spin move that time by DeJuan Green, a guy that's got that combination, Jeff, of power and vision. He runs through folks. Got some D1 MAC interest as well, too. And with that frame, you would think a guy that's coachable and a 3-year starter, he's got a lot to offer.
152 carries coming into tonight's ball game, over 1,000 yards already, averaging nearly 7 yards a try. And again, he's got a lot of gratitude for that offensive line in front of him. On the right side, Jonas Mann, number 71, a 6'6", 282 senior, second-year starter. On the left-hand side, Rex Lahr is over there. He, too, is a second-year starter and a big kid at 6'2", 255.
And his uncle was Greg Lahr, a famous name in Pickerington football from the past. This is Green around the right side. Can he maneuver? He cannot. They needed to get a yard after he picked up 9 on first down. I think it's going to be third down, and he lost about a foot, so it's going to be third down and just more than 1.
All right, I'm qualified to be able to criticize running back when you don't take what's full. You got to take it up inside. You're running sideways at this point in time. You have no prayer of being able to get the ball downfield. Go ahead and take the 1 or 2 that's available up the middle, and that's about all that was there.
Run-pass mix for Pickerington North. I thought 70-30 would be great. They're probably closer to 65-35%. 3rd and 1 after a 4th and 1 on the prior downs, and they're going to get the ball up to the 47, maybe the 48. It looks like they have enough for the first down, so they'll take it off the right side. Once again, DeJuan Green on the carry, and a guy that's not shy about carrying the football. Jeff, you mentioned it so many times in a blowout. You don't get to carry it that many times, but when he is in there, he is a force against Reynoldsburg. 21 carries, 187 yards, and 5 touchdowns in that game as well, too. And also against Grove City, 28 carries, 159 with TD runs of 7, 5, and 1. And they have it 1st and 10 now. Another Home Appliance Solutions first down from the 48-yard line as we approach 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Steady dose of running the football. And it's not like we're seeing these wild runs, too. It looks more like scrums, just trying to find the 2 or 3 yards on each play.
Well, and I think one of the things you want to try and do as we see DeJuan Green check out to the sidelines is try and wear down that New Albany defensive front. And eventually, Randy, those plays that don't look all that exciting have the ability to pop outside, and all of a sudden you find yourself in level number 2.
Remember, we saw that with Big Walnut against Beechcroft, how they wore down the Cougars in the 3rd quarter. 3.5 left to go. They peer to the sidelines to get the information. Again, what they do is they don't huddle, and they have the play signaled in, and they have some dummy signals, if you will, along the sidelines as well, too. Picked up a couple on first down. They'll keep it on the ground again. This is Taylor, and he backs his way to the 46-yard line. Picks up about 4 on the play before he's knocked down. Good pursuit by that defense for New Albany, led by Sabian Harris, who was coming up from the secondary. 21 tackles and 3 interceptions. Actually saw some time last year. He's committed to Akron for baseball.
Yeah, Michael Taylor doesn't get a lot of reps out there at the running back spot, but averaging almost 10 yards a try so far this season on 41 carries.
Well, Jeff, he's one of those nuggets you find later in the season. That's why he's kind of come to the forefront. But this time they swarmed the ball. Now the flag's down. But as he tried to go to his left, everybody was waiting for him, it seemed like, for that Eagle defense. And we'll sort this out with 2:44 left to go in the first. Mr. Volpio says it's holding. Now, do you take this or do you decline it?
I think on a major penalty like this, when it was only 3rd and 5, you go ahead and take the penalty.
Holding. Offense, number 51.
And I think Joe might want to say more here. I think he's talking to Brian Finn right now, and they're checking to see what they want to do.
He's going to leave it right there.
Holding. Offense, number 51. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
All right.
Now, they had the chains wrong over there, so it was actually 4th and about 7 instead of 4th and about 3. So
there's the crew of Joe Volpio, Frank Grubb, John Sapphire, Steve Garver, Ben Jordan Downs, and Marcus Wright, who again had me down on the field to do the coin toss, which I was able to keep as well, too. And just an honor to be down there and to hear the things that they say, Jeff. I don't know what they said in your day, but it's a lot different than probably what they said about 30 or 40 years ago. Went over a lot of things, from visors to equipment to everything else. Punting situation. And Bowman's got it. And he's going to boot it, and it's caught inside the 10-yard line. And that is where the Eagles will take over on this possession. As pretty cool back there. And it's time now to step aside and hear from our friends at Toyota.
You want a tough truck?
Take a look at this Toyota Tacoma. The best-selling truck in its class 17 years in a row.
Want to know why? Let's go for a ride. We went to an off-road park to see what the rugged new Tacoma can really do.
And we were blown away.
With multi-terrain select, you can go from rocks to mud and sand just like that.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
During Toyota's fall truck season, save on a new Tacoma with new vehicles arriving daily. Plus, 2-year no-cost maintenance.
Nobody knows trucks like Toyota. Let's go places.
Pick up about 3 on the play as they try to find a gap off the left-hand side. Let's see if we see a steady dose of Christian Manville on this possession, perhaps, for the Eagles. As you mentioned earlier, both teams kind of try to see what they could do with the passing game, and now maybe that they've loosened up the defense, see if they can establish something on the ground, too.
Got to be a little bit conservative down here with the goal line against your back.
2 backs in the backfield. That is Manville, and he's drilled at the 11-yard line and no more than that. Did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Great pressure by that defense. And, Kyle James does a fabulous job with that 4-2-5 base. It's a multiple. They held Lancaster to 7 yards rushing on 31 carries and outgained them 434-18. And obviously with New Albany, you touched on it, Jeff, you're probably going to walk more guys into that box, too. The D-line is the strength of that defense with guys like Castaneda and Waller and McCullum and Abu and Burke up front. Third down, they need just about 8 more. Again, they'll keep it on the ground and get it up to the 18, maybe the 19-yard line. As once again, it is Dylan Rosser on the carry, and that's going to be shy of the sticks.
Yep, going to be a couple yards short. Play before then, Malik Gray really did a good job of turning that ball inside, and again, plays that inside linebacker spot. You can see the tackle, Angelo McCullum, transfer from Olin Tangi, played over there in 2021.
I think he actually started as a freshman for the Braves, too. He's that talented of a player. Under a minute left to go in the first quarter. Another punting situation now for Colin Schuler. He's got it. More of a line drive kick this time, but he's got some good leg to it as well, too. And a fair catch called for and taken back near the 40-yard line. And that's where North will take over with 35 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Watching Friday Night Rivals is easy and convenient. Every game is streaming live on the ABC6 News app, the ABC6 YouTube page, the CWColumbus.com, and of course, right here on your television, and it's all powered by Kroger Great Lakes Distribution Center. Thank you to Kroger for all they do. What is this, the 4th possession already for Pickerington North in this first quarter?
And the best field position that they've had, so mostly a running affair after that first drive. Let's see if Landon O'Connell wants to mix it up a little bit here and go a little play action pass.
Number 14, Chris Lewis, a guy to watch for, and a quick pop to the far side of the field. It's incomplete, looking for Preston Bowman, who already has the catch in this contest. You talked about size in their offensive line. You mentioned Rex Lahr. He's 6'2 and 255 on the left side, and Eden Anarino at 6'4", 260 and a sophomore. You got Peyton Schultz at 5'10", 194. And Nevadan Durham Smith, 6'1", 265, and Jonas Mann, 6'6", and 282, who's committed to Akron. He's put on about 35 pounds since last year. On the delay, the handoff, and boy, there's just nothing there. They get up to the 41-yard line, and that's about it. So a gain maybe of a yard on the play. It's going to set up a 3rd down and 9 situation as they hand it off to Green.
So both teams doing a really good job defensively, trying to control that line of scrimmage. Nobody has been able to blow the defensive linemen off the ball, making it very difficult to find holes.
That'll do it for the first 12 minutes. It's a stalemate. Week number 9 in this OCC Ohio matchup. Pickerington North and New Albany scoreless. Will take a break. This is the Central Ohio Toyota Dealers Friday Night Rivals presented by Columbus State Community College on the CW Columbus.
Jake, does New Albany have a first down yet? I don't either. I know that, okay. 2.
They haven't gained 10 yards yet, I think. Or did they gain 10? Total of 10, yeah. Ouch. Ouch.
This thing will break loose pretty soon.
Winner takes on Amanda. If you like defense, you've come to the right place. After the first quarter, scoreless between Pick North and New Albany. Glad to have you aboard week number 9 here in the CW Columbus of Friday Night Rivals. 3rd down and 9 for O'Connell and company to start the second quarter. Looking long downfield for Bowman. Plays the football and makes the catch. What a play that was. A little contact there and was able to pull it down and get the big first down on the pass play for the Panthers.
Well, that's why they think that Preston Bowman might be a special receiver at the next level. This is really a well-thrown ball, though, by Landon O'Connell. But how about the ability for Preston to really just change his body on the play and make it.
35 on the gain, and that time, first bounce fly. I guess the pass is incomplete. Looking to go right back to again. They talk about his frame, 6 feet 185, but you saw the way he possessed that football and then corralled it with one hand out of bounds.
Yeah, this is just a sophomore, Randy, and got a great upside to him. Number 1 receiver, 2 touchdowns on the season so far, averaging about 13 yards a try.
Second down play. Green, like a pinball, bounces off the first 3 defenders, gets it inside the 20-yard line to around the 19. Juan Green, we mentioned that he likes contact. 2nd team all-district, 1st team all-league. Last year offer from Marshall, and he'll have more than that. And had a 6-yard touchdown run with 1:15 left to go to win it earlier this season in a contest. And we're inside the Bathfitter red zone as well, too. Transform your bathroom in one day. Get started at bathfitter.com. O'Connell back to throw. Pressure's on. Rolls away, but can't, and loses the football. It's scooped up by the Eagles on the near sidelines. What a play that was defensively as New Albany makes it all happen. And celebrating there, big number 6 for the Eagles. And that is James Collins, your undersized defensive end.
How about that? James with 7 tackles for a loss, I mentioned earlier, in there to make the big play. My goodness. Now, again, this has been the epitome of this season. When they run into problem, it's because of this. And nearly another scoop and score against Pickerington North. I mentioned they had 3 against them already this year, and that was deja vu all over again.
In fact, I believe he scooped up a blocked field goal attempt against Grove City and took it the distance as well, too. So 1st and 10 now on this Bowling Green State University first down. And they'll carry the ball up across the 30 to around the 33-yard line. So a little momentum swing this time as the Eagles trying to make something happen early in this second quarter.
Randy, by the way, in that first quarter of play between both teams, 33 yards of total offense and 6 punts. That is a defensive specialty for sure.
Well, Ola there picks up a few. And this time the handoff, nice little seam. You could see that one happening right at the point of attack there. And Manville's got the ball out to the 40-yard line. When you see that little glide move and the running back has that kind of time, you know there's an opening on the left-hand side. And Christian's going to take it up to the 41 for another BGSU first down, rapidly up to the line.
That's the counter play that they like to run so well.
And they'll tuck it this time and get it up to the 48. And that surge just pushed everything forward an additional 3 yards. The contact was right there for Rosser and company at the 45, but they didn't stop and picked up another 3 yards afterwards. And we have a timeout, but we have an injured player on the turf for the Panthers.
Injured player.
You know, Randy, it's really hard to explain how momentum has such an impact on this football game. It was Malik Gray who was the injured player and making his way to the sideline.
Well, earlier I had a chance to once again go to the coach's corner, courtesy of Music Go Round, and I talked to the head coach of one of the 2 squads.
One of the things that we've emphasized over the last few weeks, especially after our game against Gahanna, is our consistency. I'm proud of the kids, their perseverance and being resilient all year, having the setbacks that we've had. We continue to fight, and that's probably what I'm most proud of. It's always hard to duplicate what you do. Like we had a season last year, it was pretty historic, and I'm proud of the guys for, shouldering that burden, but at the same time realizing that each year you're a different team and overcoming different obstacles. We call him Captain America. He does it all. He will not get off the field. Even if we try to force him off, he's going to find his way back on the field. He's just that vital and important to what we do.
And, of course, Coach Finn talking about Tom Bowman. But here's a little concern here is Christian Manville is going to gimp off the field as he got the ball up to the 50-yard line. They need one more yard, and they're going to pick it up and get it down to the 46-yard line. They'll pick up 4 and get the first down, but we'll see how they sort this out as it is Dylan Rosser on the carry to pick it up. And, by the way, Music Go Round brought you that interview, and they can help you with all your instrument needs at 2630 Bethel Road in Gahanna inside the Stone Ridge Plaza. Toss sweep again around the left-hand side, tight roping the sidelines. Nice move that time as after contact, we talk about getting additional yardage. Dylan Rosser got hit around the 41, picked up another 5 yards. They like him, Jeff, because he's shifting. He's got a high football IQ.
He really does, and when he's in there with Christian Manville, it makes it difficult to be able to, ideally just concentrate on one of them. But Manville now out of the football game, and Dylan Rosser is going to be the signature back and coming up short there on second down play.
Good job by that Pick North defense that time to make the hit in the person of Caden Dunbar-White, who comes up from the secondary, a guy that's got 15 solos, 11 assists, and 1 sack so far, plus 3.5 tackles for loss and 3 interceptions for 10 yards. Second down, and they hand it off. They'll get the ball inside the 35-yard line, and they'll get the first down. They get it inside the 35 to the 34. We have another player slow to get up and not, in fact, going to get up at the 37-yard line for the Panthers.
Caden Christopher, the strong safety, came up and made the play, and officials are going to call a timeout on the field.
That's the second Panther to go down here in this quarter.
Again, the scrum was right in the middle, and a lot of body parts going left and right and legs exposed, and hopefully that's not too serious of an injury.
But Rosser becoming the go-to man now, a guy that against Canal Winchester had 18 carries for 100 yards and a touchdown. Against Walnut Ridge, 11 carries, 92, and 2 scores as well, too. So we'll see what happens as they attend to the injured Panther down on the field. I want to remind you, it's the biggest plays, the biggest schools, the best high school football. You get to see it first thanks to First Scores on Fox 28, and it's sponsored by Spectrum. Catch it tonight at 10:45 only on Fox 28. I was honored tonight to do the live hits with Jeff at 5:20 or so on Channel 6, and did another one with both head coaches. And, of course, the commitment to high school football by ABC 6, Fox 28, and CW is second to none. I thank them for their support, and for me it's been a great last 11 years to work with these people, including this guy to my right for the last 26 or so, as I'll wrap up my career after next week on the CW after some 40 seasons. First and 10, 8:28 left to go. Another BGSU first down inside the 34-yard line. Around the left-hand side. Whoa. And what a hit that was on that play. That was big number 94, Angela McCollum, just saying, you're done.
That is strength right there.
Manville's back in, by the way, we should point out.
Look at the celebration going on there, and you're right. Just one little shoulder there, and you're able to take a look at the closing speed here. And watch number 94 come in there and just use that right shoulder. Boy, he passes the look test, too, doesn't he, Randy?
He does indeed. When you look at that frame at 6'3" and 265, he likes math, snowboarding, fishing, and college visits. Who wouldn't? And a rollout and a quick pop, and Garver's got his man down to maybe the 31-yard line. Short gain on the play as they needed to get down inside the 25, but the pass is complete, and it goes to Cole Van Keenel, who's 6'4" and 225.
Excuse me, good idea to take care of that rushing defensive end like that is to go ahead and roll with a kind of a naked boot and come out right at him. That time, quarterback had an RPO, run-pass option, to be able to make things go. Critical third down here, Randy.
From the 31-yard line, they need to tuck that ball inside the 24. Again, that wing T offense that they like for so many years. And the pass, it's complete. Down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line. The catch is made on the play by big number 14. That is Braylon Nash. So Nash now with 13 catches, a guy who had 3 catches for 33 yards and 2 touchdowns against Marysville and has a birthday on the 22nd, has the first down courtesy of BGSU.
How about Braylon Nash? He was in a quarterback battle with Luca Garver to see who would be the quarterback this year, and all of a sudden they try a little bit of receiver. He fell in love with it. The team liked it. Luca Garver is your quarterback, and Braylon Nash is your number 1 receiver.
And a penalty on the play negates everything.
Dead ball. False start. Offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty.
So move it back to the 28-yard line. The pass was complete to Nash. The one thing, too, they noticed, too, was his leaps. He got up in a hurry, and they said the hands were there, but just the able to jump up. He was a great athlete, and the handoff off the left-hand side. They'll get it down to the 38-yard line. Why enter the scrum at the end there? You know, the nice thing about that is you can continue to play, but when you're the offensive lineman and you're the last guy, in the scrum. That is a very dangerous and very bold move, as that time they try to find something off the left side. They'll get it down to the 28-yard line. Good pursuit on defense on the play by Kamel Duncan, who's one of the linebackers, comes in with 13 solos, 11 assists. Didn't play football last year, was a lacrosse player. And Coach Hilderich kept saying, do you want to play? And he said, yeah. And he joined the team. 13th play so far in this drive.
A couple late substitutions. Christian Manville checks out of the game.
And we've got a flag again before the start of this play. Garver and company. Let's see if we've got an encroachment.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense. Number 28. 5-yard penalty. Replay, second down.
A couple of things happen. You anticipate the snap count when you go that rapidly, because normally it's on the first count. The other thing, too, is sometimes you're in such a hurry defensively, you line up in the neutral zone.
Well, in the way that New Albany runs this offense, once they get lined up, they don't give you much time to adjust before they snap that football.
Second out and 9 off the left side. They'll get the ball inside the 22 to about the 21-yard line, and that'll be about it. And the ball, some thought was squirting loose, and perhaps it was, but the whistle stop play as Rosser will redress himself.
Number 6 needs to leave the game due to his helmet coming off.
So he'll have to do that.
Defense. 40-second game clock.
Caden Christopher will head off the field. The strong safety. The guy that's signed, speaking of lacrosse, to play lacrosse at Ohio State University. 2 Cadens in the secondary. It's interesting, spelled differently. Third down, they need 7 from the 21. Garver wants to throw, looks downfield into the end zone, and the receiver looked over the left shoulder first, then the right shoulder, but the pass was overthrown. Set up a 4th down scenario, and perhaps the first opportunity for a score.
It looked like they had a receiver open early. This time, Luca Garver just having difficulty getting the ball, and the receiver had to turn back to it. So you got to get that ball to the outside of the receiver, his left side instead of his right side there.
So Colin Schuler with the field goal attempt. He is 3 of 5 on the season. The snap, the kick, plenty of leg. It is up, and it is good. Count it. With 5:37 left to go in the first half, we've got the first score in this contest. New Albany, the home team, leads 3-0. We'll take a break here on the CW Columbus. Colin Schuler now 4 of 6 on field goals, 2 of 3 from 30 to 39 yards out as he drills a 38-yard field goal, a range of probably 45 yards. And it's 3-0, and there is your Kitchen Saver scoring summary. And that was a long, mellow drive, took 5.5 minutes. And it's courtesy of Kitchen Saver. Get your dream kitchen in under a week with a free quote at kitchensaver.com.
Points off of turnover, Randy.
And the return going to start from the 2-yard line. A little hesitation step or two, and it works out well. And look at the cut to the outside now by Christopher. Caden down the sidelines to midfield. Has a convoy. 2 guys to beat, and he runs out of real estate and is tripped up inside the 20. You know, you talk about, fumbling the ball sometimes or some kind of hesitation. We saw it there, and a huge return for Christopher and company, and they're in great field position.
Yeah, anytime you take the normal return out of it, and here you see the hesitation, able to make some people miss. And Randy, good moves, no question about it, but that is poor tackling as well, and that's one of the things that New Albany will have to concentrate on if they're going to be able to be a championship team.
80 yards on that return by Caden Christopher, set up in good field position already inside the Bathfitter red zone. on a 1st and 10 from the 18, courtesy of BGS Shoe, and the handoff off the right side. Big hole inside the 15 to the 10 to the outside and diagonally, just like that. There's your answer for a Ramos Roofing touchdown, and Green is going to leave the field. He is onto the track and almost in the field house. He takes it in for the Ramos Roofing touchdown. For a free estimate on your roof, call 614-761-ROOF. You can text it as well, too. And just like that, there's the answer as Green takes it in for his 20th touchdown of the season.
Well, we talk about how momentum changes a football game. We had the fumble, and all of a sudden New Albany comes alive. They're able to get a field goal off the turnover. You take the kick back inside the 20-yard line. One-play touchdown. Again, momentum, the difference in this game.
Extra point time now for Ivan Ehrlich. He's 21 of 26. All set up by that 80-yard return by Caden Christopher. And there's the extra point. Plenty of leg. It is up. Wham. Just like that, 7-3. We were waiting for some offense. We got it in a hurry. Now we'll step aside for a word from our friends at Toyota.
You want a tough truck?
Take a look at this Toyota Tacoma. The best-selling truck in its class 17 years in a row.
Want to know why? Let's go for a ride. We went to an off-road park to see what the rugged new Tacoma can really do.
And we were blown away.
With multi-terrain select, you can go from rocks to mud and sand just like that.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
During Toyota's fall truck season, save on a new Tacoma with new vehicles arriving daily, plus 2-year no-cost maintenance.
Nobody knows trucks like Toyota. Let's go places.
A rapid response from the Panthers would be an understatement, I think, in that situation.
Truly would, Randy. We went a quarter and a half without any scoring in the football game, and then in 23 seconds we've got 2 scores. This one, the final, one play, 18 yards, following the great kick return.
Courtesy of Kitchen Saver. Get your dream kitchen in under a week with a free quote at kitchensaver.com. So just like that, we're now at 7-3 in this contest. Again, resetting. Both teams 6-2, both 2-1 in the OCC Ohio, both trailing Gahanna, who's 3-0 in league play. They're playing tonight. We'll have scores from that game and other games coming up live at halftime as well, too. So Ehrlich's going to stay in there, have it teed up to boot it with his team up now by a count of 7-3. Young man who likes video games, fishing, and math. A former soccer player. Been working on his accuracy this season, but Jeff, is it good to hear former soccer player? I know you like football-only players, right?
Well, this kicking has become such a specialty, and the soccer players have certainly owned this position for some time, and this young man making the commitment to be at football full-time.
So New Albany trailing for the first time in this contest. We'll see the kick with 5:14 left to go. A squib variety, and up to the 37-yard line on the return that time. It is Cole Grady. Cole in the first quarter is Cole Grady. Actually listed as Nicholas Grady. But coming up at halftime, it is the Door Depot halftime show. We'll hear from ABC6 news anchor Station McKinn on her upcoming special, She Serves, plus your scores from around Central Ohio. It's all coming up on the Door Depot halftime show. So 1st and 10 now. 37 for the Eagles, trailing for the first time. They've made the playoffs 7 of the last 11 years on the BGSU first down, a gain out across the 30 to the 41-yard line, and they'll set up a second down scenario after they pick up about 4 on the play. Coming in from the sidelines, got a play from one of the wideouts as they shuttle in, and now a little confusion on the setup, but they'll go with that wing T, the strength of the formation on the near side, and they'll run it that way too. Manville, it's amazing.
There we go.
As far around as he had to loop to come to the line of scrimmage, but Jeff, with that opening, he worked up ahead of steam. And the one thing they'll tell you about Christian Manville, he just as soon run over you than go by you.
Now, Caden Christopher, who had that long kick return, was the defensive back that's going to take the punishment here. The only comment that I've got for Christian is get that ball in the outside arm.
And the sticks are not even ready yet. We've already completed another first down. As that time Roster on the carry will pick up another 3, perhaps 4. See if they mark it at the 47. They do. So a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down and 7. But, they play so rapidly, Jeff. The sticks were not set until the end of that first down play. And we're going to stop play here.
They have a timeout.
Yeah.
Looks like for
Timeout.
Pickerington North.
Pickerington North.
I don't know how to best describe
That's
this offensive strategy, but I would call it controlled mayhem.
Yeah, it is chaos with reason. Yeah, and it's a team, too, that loves it. They can run the jet sweeps, if you've seen, as well, too. They run the wing T because historically, Jeff, they've had smaller linemen.
Yeah.
They're not that small now, but compared to Pickerington North, they are a little undersized.
You know.
So The clock stops with 4:12 left to go here in the first half, and 7-3 the tally in this one. Our next Central Ohio Toyota Dealers Friday Night Rivals matchup features two rivals from the OCC Central. You are not going to want to miss the Upper Arlington contest against Hilliard-Davidson, our final game of the 2022 season. Next Friday, it's coming up at 7 o'clock right here on the CW Columbus. Two more teams that have already locked playoff bids.
Yeah, two really proud programs with great traditions. Obviously, Hilliard-Davidson, a couple of state championships, and Upper Arlington has certainly owned their share of state championships. And what a season they had a year ago.
On a second down play and a late ad. What is going on here?
What the heck? You're better off going with 10 and trying to rush in somebody on the field.
Little substitution infraction or whatever you want to call here.
That broke every rule in the book right there.
Or illegal participation.
False start.
Okay.
Fence. Number 7. 5-yard penalty. Down remains 1.
I just saw a body come flying in from the sidelines. There's the ultimate motion play there.
And now we've got another whistle. I'm not sure the ball was set for play.
I think we have to reset. There's 4:11 o'clock, 25 on the play clock, and I think we'll go ahead and reset everything one more time with the ball resting at the 48-yard line. Frantic is a better way to describe the pace of offense, I think, by New Albany. And sometimes it's a double-edged sword, Jeff. Sometimes you can get too rapid when you get up to the line of scrimmage and can affect your continuity. Garver brings them up. He's going to hand it off, a little gap there, and they'll get it across midfield and fight for another 2 yards inside the 48-yard line before they're brought down on the play. That time it is Rosser on to carry.
Well, Christian Manville gets a lot of the attention as far as the running back position, and deservedly so, but this Dylan Rosser, like what he brings to the table.
Actually has more carries, too, than Manville when you look at it. A little misdirection backfield this time on the counter, playing a good job by the Pickerington North defense to stay at home. Big number 94 and his friends were there waiting on the play, and you can't say enough for the job that they do in that interior because they just gum it up so well with that frame that they have on a guy like McCullum, who's 6'3" and 265, and Joseph Abu goes 6'1" and 285 too. You put those two guys in the middle and bookend it with Grant Burke, who goes 250, and Matthew Castaneda, who goes 208. Some pretty good beef up front. On a 4th down play and a punting situation. That was kind of a line drive push punt that time and did not work well for the Eagles. It's going to sail out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. So with just over 3 minutes left to go in the first half, the ball goes back now to Pickerington North. A frantic kind of staccato style to this first half. Is that a fair assessment?
I think so. And the one thing we've seen is the wild swings because of the turnover, the momentum of a kickoff return. And we knew this thing would break open eventually. There's too many good athletes, too many good offensive weapons for defense to control the entire football game. But so far, a 7-3 game. Pickerington North leads here at New Albany.
Landon O'Connell with the BGSU first down from around the 30-yard line. Little toss, and there is nothing there for Taylor. Tried to turn the left-hand side, and you take your pick of Eagles. They were swarming there. A flock of Eagles, perhaps, if you will, back around the 25-yard line to negate any possibility of a game.
And watch the penetration right into the play. You can see immediately turning that play back inside was the great job of James Collins, that diminutive defensive end, turning the play back inside, allowing others to be able to make the play.
Orsanelli helping to make the head Roman, going 5'10", 195, and a senior playing inside linebacker this year, was an outside backer last year. Under 2.5 left to go. They'll keep it on the ground on this second half play, and there's nothing there. Poor Taylor trying to find a gap, and they just drill him as he tried to turn on the right-hand side. As that time, Dylan Schaub, the outside linebacker, just waiting to drill him, a guy that had a birthday back on October the 6th and against Walnut Ridge. 9 tackles, 2 sacks, and 1 interception.
New Albany.
Good timeout by New Albany on a 3rd and long. They're going to try and control this clock a little bit, hoping to get a stop here and have enough time left, Randy, before the end of the second quarter.
The game clock to 2:12. 2-1-2.
They want the clock reset to 2:12. It's currently at 2:10. Take a look at this one more time. Look at the penetration.
Yeah, just no hope there.
Takedown.
Interesting again. DeJuan Green not part of that offensive set there the last couple of plays.
And he has the lone touchdown in this contest. But a timeout taken by New Albany. Again, they get the ball here. They're hoping and then get the ball to start the second half as well, too. Down 7-3 in this contest. Both teams at 6-2 and 2-1 in the OCC Ohio. In Division I, Region 3. Pickerington North is number 2 in the rankings. And you look at New Albany, and their squad is number 3. Ryan Finn, the head coach for the Eagles. Great job as the head coach in his first campaign. Third down, they need a dozen.
DeJuan Green checked into the game. Single back there with quarterback Landon O'Connell.
And he will get the handoff and take it to the outside and get the first down across the 40. Well, you use him sparingly, and maybe that's why on that series, because he gets the ball and maneuvers more than 20 yards, 21 to be exact, and gets the first down.
3rd and 12, you got to figure that's got to be a passing down for sure, but Landon O'Connell hands the ball off to DeJuan Green, and this kid has the ability to go find that open area and creates a huge first down.
From midfield now for the Panthers on offense. Jared Pruitt, the outstanding offensive coordinator. Quick pop, pass is complete. That's Bowman trying to get away and gets it inside the 46-yard line. Picks up 4, nearly 5 on the play, and nearly broke it as well, too. So rapidly they'll come back to the line of scrimmage with 1:50 and ticking.
Yeah, Bowman's got to make sure that he protects the football here, Randy. See how this ball gets hung out here? There's an opportunity there to strip that ball. So one of the things that coaches will teach him is to put that ball away.
Second down after a gain of 4. And the handoff goes to Green, the spin move. Do you burn a timeout now if you're Pickerington North? It's third down, or do you keep going? These are two teams that know how to use the 2-minute offense, I'll tell you that. A huddle is a dirty word to them, and a timeout going to be taken by the Panthers.
New Albany, that's their second of the half.
They have 1 remaining and 2 left for the Eagles. So 1:25 left to go. This is the scenario. Pickerington North is up by 4 in this contest. They've got a 3rd down and 5 situation. You almost sense, too, that it could be 4-down territory for the Panthers as well.
Now look at DeJuan Green on the left side of your screen, limping off the field there, Randy. See him going there to the training staff, and
be a huge loss. We've seen that now on each sideline. Manville limped off earlier in this contest for the Eagles, but he came back in there.
Yeah, it's a long season. These kids have been working out year-round, and the pounding that you take as a running back, carrying the ball 152 times coming into tonight's ball game, and you take a beating.
How did you feel when Week 9 came around, Jeff?
It was a challenge. I mean, everything hurt, but everybody on your team hurt too. So you figured that everybody's on an even keel there.
Big play here, 3rd down and 5 with 1 back in the backfield. It is Taylor back there. And they'll peer to the sidelines. Play clock down to 10. The back judge holds up his hand a little early, actually. And it is Taylor around the left-hand side. The penetration isn't there, but he gets away from it down the sidelines and will have the first down. It looked like they had shut off the corner that time because it looked like they had the ability to get him back around the 46, but he's able to get away from the tackle and get the first down.
Michael Taylor using that burst of speed here, and Randy, this is just a half a step too slow, and the stiff arm that he was able to use to be able to separate himself was the difference. Cole Grady came up from the safety spot to try and make the play, but because he had the ball on the outside arm, he was able to use that inside stiff arm.
On this BGSU first down play, it's Taylor again inside the 35 to the 34-yard line. Now time is a concern as we approach 1 minute left to go in the first half. Second down, the ball resting at the 34-yard line. A gain of a couple on the play, and they need 8 more, and they have 1 timeout remaining. If you're thinking about a field goal, they need to get a lot closer. Range probably close to 50 yards, but Ermlich working on his distance toe, if you will. They need 8. O'Connell looking long downfield for Bowman, tries to wait for the football, and the pass incomplete. It floated just a little bit. It allowed the defender to get back and make the play.
Now, good recovery back there by Thomas Roberts III. Tommy came in there, and he has concentration on that football. Again, if there's a little bit more air underneath this ball, let the receiver run to it. Maybe you've got a score, but that is pretty good defense there by Tommy Roberts.
Actually, a guy that was on JV last year and played more wide receiver than he did DB. Big play here, 3rd down and 8 from the 34-yard line. O'Connell Looking long downfield, throwing it up for grabs. Great adjustment to the football. The catch is made inside the 5-yard line. That time the DB did not turn around, but the receiver did. And Derek Ross Jr. makes the catch for a big gainer.
Well, that's that back shoulder throw that we've talked about there, where you're throwing the ball away from the defense. There we go. Good catch there made by Derek Ross. Great adjustment to the ball, but Landon O'Connell deserves a lot of credit putting that ball to the outside shoulder, what we call the back shoulder throw.
Gain of 30 on the play. They keep it on the ground. They get it inside the 40, around the 3, inside the back. A red zone is Taylor on the carry. And now a timeout is taken with 23 ticks left to go.
Pick North.
So that is their third and final
That's their
timeout.
last timeout of the half.
Jeff, are we done with the running plays then on this possession for the Panthers? You've got to think now that they're going to throw the ball here to try to dent the goal line one more time.
Absolutely, Randy. And if that is, in fact, their third timeout, we're showing it as 2 on the screen, but we believe that they've already used all 3 of their timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
That, Randy, if you run the ball here, I think it would be very difficult if you didn't get it in the end zone to get another playoff.
Perhaps come up and spike the ball. You might have that chance and then set up a field goal. But I think you want to look for the pass. And again, we've seen O'Connell. He's got a decent arm and very precise with his passes as well, too. I don't think they're shy to go that route if they have to. Ross now has got 17 catches, good for 255 yards. His dad, Derek Ross Sr., of course, played for the University of Cincinnati as well. And he's got his team in great field position from the far hash, smack dab at the 3-yard line with 23 ticks left to go. Second down and goal from the 3 inside that basket of red zone.
And of note, DeJuan Green not in the lineup here.
O'Connell looking, quick pop over the middle, just overthrows his man in the back of the end zone. Pass incomplete, then it was third down. Looking on the play for his tight end, and that is Dylan Shaw,
A.J. Miller.
For A.J. Miller, yeah.
A.J. Miller, a big target at 6'4", and just couldn't get up there and high point the football. Get on the defense was Cole Grady.
He's got 5 catches to Miller for 103 yards so far in the season for the 6'4", 205 junior. Good in play action. He likes training and history. And they're training for this third down and goal. O'Connell looking, quick pop, and the pass incomplete. Hops into the arms of Roberts. So now do you go for the field goal?
That's going to be a tough one for Landon O'Connell to watch on tape tomorrow morning when he sees that play, because he had a receiver wide open. Just have to be a little bit more patient and get this ball to him on time and on target and just outside the hands of the intended receiver.
It's John Banks Jr., the other tight end, who's got 3 catches for 38 yards. He likes cooking math on American Wars. Big play here on 4th down, and they don't show signs of a kick, so they're going to go for the 6. Taylor gets the handoff. Does he get into the end zone? Pushing the scrum at the goal line, and no signal. He did not make it in with 8 seconds left to go in the first half.
Well, a gutsy call by Nate Hillerich, deciding to go for it on 4th and goal, leading in this football game 7-3, and they don't have their smash guy in there, DeJuan Green. They give it to Michael Taylor, and look at the defensive push there.
Roman Orsinelli, number 5, is the guy that met him at the goal line and pushed him back. The inside linebacker with 64 tackles, 1 interception, 4 tackles for loss, returning starter. His uncle played football at Notre Dame. So you want to take a knee, but you got to get out of the end zone first. And they're able to do that, and that should end the first half. And you know the Panthers cannot stop the clock, and you know that the squad from New Albany doesn't want to. So after 24 minutes, Jeff, we look at a score. It's 7-3.
Yeah, we knew it would break open a little bit, Randy. I think we'll see some more scoring in the second half. And New Albany, by deferring at the beginning under the Randy Reinhardt coin toss, will now get the opportunity to start the second half with the ball.
I did not want to be a factor in this contest, but we'll see what happens. Second half around the corner, but first the Door Depot halftime report, and I will talk to Stacia McKinn about this great special she's got coming up called She Serves, plus scores and highlights and more. 7-3 at the break. You are watching the Central Ohio Toyota Dealers Friday Night Rivals, presented by Columbus State Community College, in one place on the CW Columbus. specialties in the military, right?
And various specialties, but all with the 3rd Infantry Division at Fort Stewart. So we went down there and filmed with them on location.
And you're a military brat, too,
I
are you not?
am.
Okay, we'll touch on that as well,
I'm a Navy brat.
There you go.
Uh-huh.
So we've got that coming up. Oh, boy. I got a Marine in there.
Oh, I'm getting judged. That's okay.
Marini the Marine. Is that appropriate or what?
Not only I'm a Navy brat, but I'm from an Army town, just to make it more complicated. I know. Okay. Oh, awesome.
Tuesday at 7:30 on ABC6, correct?
That's it.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
I hear so well. This is so great.
I like that non-exit.
Pickerington North High School marching band. Your grandparents' generation is from the 1970s, and then they recall Al Sleep, the hippy-dippy weatherman. Al says the weather tonight will be dark overnight, turning totally light by morning. And our morning is broken because of the 1983 hit from Katrina and the Waves, Walking on Sunshine.
Welcome back to the Door Depot halftime report at the break in week number 9. It is 7-3. Pick North on top of New Albany here on the CW Columbus. I am joined by royalty here in the press box in New Albany. Rarely do I ask for a Sharpie during a game, but I need one right now because the legendary Station Akin joins us here at halftime. And not only does she do news on ABC6 and the Fox 28, but she is a producer. She puts specials together like you wouldn't believe. And you have a special coming up called She Serves, correct?
I'm so excited about this. We went on location with Ohio's Women Warriors. These are women from Ohio, from Newark, from Columbus, graduates of Ohio State. Right. And now they serve in the 3rd Infantry Division outside Savannah, Georgia at Fort Stewart. And we went there and talked with them about the work that they do, all these new and innovative ways that they serve. Some of these roles were not even open to women a few years ago. And our Ohio women are out there and making a difference every single day, serving our country. So inspiring.
Was there a common thread you noticed with all these women that are serving? I mean, you went down there to interview them, but did you come away with one common thought when you had a chance to talk to all these ladies?
Well, every one of them is Ohio proud. Right. They carry that as a badge of honor with them wherever they go and wherever they serve. And they've served all over the world. They're proud of their service, and they want to see more women serving. And so they are really blazing a trail, leaving a path for more women to serve in the future.
Now, this is special to you on a number of fronts because I know you're also a military brat yourself, are you not?
I am. So I was a Navy kid. I feel like I'm still a grown-up Navy kid at this point. And so it really feels like I'm sharing stories of extended family because you have that military family and that always stays with you. So I'm so excited to present these stories and share just a little bit about these women. They're going to make you want to stand up and cheer. They are making Ohio so proud on so many different levels, and I'm so excited for everybody to see this.
Did you come out with a sense that the women are on the same footing with the men in the military, or does that not reach the point that you think it should?
I think what we heard from them is that so often, if there's a mistake that's made, if it's a male soldier, it's, well, that soldier messed up. But if a female soldier messes up, it's that female soldier messed up. And so they carry that kind of extra pressure with them, but they're also ready to take that on and just keep making a difference, having to fight for every role that they have in the military and ready to take on more roles in the future.
I don't want to be Lee Greenwood, but does it make you proud to be an American when you see what they've done?
I can't wait for you to see this.
Okay.
I walked away so inspired, and getting to share these stories, I know you will be inspired as well, and I hope people will tune in because we have so much to be proud of. But yes, absolutely, proud to be an American for sure.
And when will it be on?
Tuesday, 7:30 on ABC6. The name of the program is She Serves 3ID for 3rd Infantry Division, on location with Ohio's Women Warriors. I'm telling you, these women are so awesome. Be inspired. Join us on Tuesday.
And thank you for your service at ABC6, Fox 28, and the CW as well, too. Your thoughts about high school football here tonight?
Oh, yes.
Is it fun?
I'm very excited. Like, it feels like an actual earthquake here. The kids are shaking the stands, and there is so much energy out here. This is so much fun. And thank you, Randy. This is just so exciting. I get to meet Randy in person. I've only ever seen you on TV.
And do you like Scholar Athletes?
Of course I do.
Right.
Got to cheer for them, too.
Stick around. We're going to take a look now at the Scholar Athletes of the Week here on the CW Columbus.
Ohio Education Association is proud to recognize Central Ohio's Scholar Athletes of the Week. Aiden Eberhardt is captain of the cross-country team and MVP in track at Pickerington North High School. He's also on the diving team. Aiden has a 4.1 GPA. Tom Bowman is a 3-time varsity letter winner in football and baseball at New Albany High School. He's a member of the National Honor Society and has a 4.3 GPA. Congratulations to these outstanding Ohio Education Association Scholar Athletes.
All right. Got the scores? Okay. Copy.
That's not mine.
No,
Could have been mine.
That was great. Oops, excuse me. Okay, scores. Okay. Wow. Okay. I was afraid that would happen. No, that's okay, actually. No, that's good. Okay, that's from last night. Wow. Here go your Tigers, huh? Ooh. Okay. Gary Puckett's team goes up in flames. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. This should be ugly here. What? No score in that game? Yeesh. Come on, Davidson. Okay. Okay. All right. But we're not on camera, but I'm throwing it to Jeff. Okay. All right. Welcome back to the Door Depot halftime report. Oh, look at that. Someone's enjoying a snack tonight. 7-3 at the break. Week number 9, Pickerington North on top of New Albany. Time now to check out the scores live from around Central Ohio. Get her out of prison. In the second quarter, the Bulldogs on top of Taze Valley, 21-13. Luke Carroll hasn't lost since week 1, and they dominated the meeting last year between these two teams. 49-0 was the tally then. Now, Delaware Hayes and Canal Winchester, both 5-3. They are scoreless right now in the first quarter. Hayes is looking to snap a two-game skid. While you look at Canal Winchester, they're coming off a loss 35-20 to Westerville South. Kaufman and UA and the Golden Bears on top. We'll see Upper Arlington next week against Hilliard-Davidson. 10-0 the tally there. This was last night. The Tigers fall for the first time this season. Beechcroft beating them. The Cougars, who we saw earlier this season, getting by the Tigers 27-12 in that contest. Fairfield Union and Circleville. And Fairfield Union at 3-5, Circleville at 4-4. Fairfield Union snapped a 4-game losing streak with a 35-26 win over Liberty Union last week. Circleville's dropped 2 straight, but they're 3-1 on the road this year. You can see that score. And we can update this score now, too. Gahanna Lincoln just scored again. It is now 35-14 in favor of Gahanna Lincoln on top of Grove City. That is late in the first half. Harvest Prep just keeps on rolling. 8-0 against 5-3 Licking Heights, and there you see the tally in that one. Licking Heights saw their 4-game winning streak snap last week, and Harvest Prep looking to stay undefeated. They beat Whitehall 51-18. Olentangy Liberty and Davidson at the break right now. Both teams 4-4. Davidson fell to 4-4 after a 28-14 loss to Kaufman. Davidson won last year's meeting 23-20 in Hilliard. Other scores. You look at this one, and Hilliard-Bradley late in the first half on top of Olentangy Orange. 19-12. Orange has dropped 3 straight. Bradley has dropped 5 straight after starting the season 3-0. Orange escaped with a 29-27 victory last year, a game we did last year on Friday Night Rivals. And Westerville North and Worthington-Kilbourne, it is 17-14 in that contest. In the second quarter, North has dropped 4 straight, and Kilbourne got back in the win column last week with a 36-24 win over Franklin Heights. Kilbourne won last year's meeting 29-17 in Westerville.
Hey, Randy, come around here. Before we go to a break here, obviously all of us at Friday Night Lights want to thank you for everything you have done in your career. Your dedication to high school athletics is unmatched, but your 40-year career is pretty damn amazing, to say the least. And we have to take a moment, and I want to relive some of the good. And I also want you to look at what were you thinking moments of the Randy Reinhardt career. Watch this.
Good evening, everybody. Live from Allen County Memorial Coliseum. It's the championship game of the Fort Wayne Semi-State. Hi, everybody. I'm Randy Reinhardt along with Chuck Marlowe, and we'll be bringing you all the action of tonight's game. Okay, happy Halloween, everybody. Now that we've spent 5 years to gain credibility, we've destroyed it all in about 15 seconds.
Well, the National League West is down to a 2-team race between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers.
They're rolling by right now. The Marks Brothers, May West, W.C. Fields, Bob Hope, and Bing Crosby.
Well, we finally made it to the state championship game. Whitehall comes in 12-0 on the season. The Big Red of Steubenville, 12-0 on the season.
Jones brings him up. Overton and Johnson in the backfield. Jones rolls to the bottom of the screen. He's looking. The pass is pulled down. It's a touchdown.
Beautiful
reception. With 21 seconds left to go, and listen to that crowd.
This is it, the City League Championship game for the 5th consecutive year.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it.
My father said, when you're going for something, go for the best. So tonight, filling in for Jeff Logan, if you can say filling in, is the one and only John Cooper.
We'll now present Randy Reinhardt with this year's OHSAA Media Service Award. Congratulations, Randy.
Congratulations, obviously, Randy. And not only is next week our week number 10, but it's also going to be the last Friday night Rivals night for Randy Reinhardt. And Randy, as you prepare for this next chapter into retirement, I wanted to say a couple of things. Number one, my honor, my privilege to be able to be your mate for 26 of those years, and you have worked with some terrific people. I also want you to know that the Columbus chapter of the National Football Foundation and College Hall of Fame, of which I am a board member, has decided to award you with the 2023 Media Award. So in our banquet in February, previous winners of this have been Bob Hunter, Dom Taberry, Paul Spahn, Tim May,
And Randy Reinhardt's going to be a part of that. So congratulations, and I will get to be able to hand you that award as the Master of Ceremonies on that evening. So why don't you tell the viewers what's going to happen to Randy Reinhardt after Week 10?
I'm moving to Florida eventually. Thank you for the horror movie. Normally you wait till midnight to watch those things. But eventually I'm going to move to Florida. I'm 66, working on 67. It's been 40 of the greatest years of my life. God bless all of you for watching. But we still have a game to take care of tonight. I want to bring that to you as well, to the second half. Stick around for that in Week 10 and keep watching after I'm long gone, because high school football is the best place to be. 7-3 at the break, the second half around the corner here on the CW Columbus. I missed it. Shoot. Okay. Got it. Okay. Are these really highlights? Oh, boy. Have to do some serious vamping here. What was... All right. 18 yards. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Thank you. Looks like the handiwork of Aaron Reinhardt.
You
there.
can thank your son.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know how he got access to my tape, so but I'll have to hurt him later. Or he's in San Diego. He's doing the Dodgers in San Diego tonight in San Diego. Oh, jeez.
Hey.
Welcome back to the Door Depot halftime report. At the break, Pickerington North still on top of New Albany 7-3. Back inside the press box here, where I think we've all recovered at New Albany High School. And Jeff, if you like defense, you came to the right place. A methodical yet staccato first half. The defense is dominated. When you look at the highlights, you're hard-pressed to find an offensive highlight.
Exactly. And, Randy, for the first quarter and a half of this football game, ladies and gentlemen, this is what you were seeing, was a mass of humanity on defense taking control of the game. And then eventually what happens in this game, you have a turnover, you have a kick return, momentum goes in favor, and eventually you're going to see a field goal and a touchdown in this game, and that's why we're at 7-3.
Well, a lot of times you try to push it to the outside, but these defenses were able to funnel it to the inside throughout most of the first half, and with that happening, you saw 2- and 3-yard gains a lot of times, even though they were playing an up-tempo style of offense. Now, the lone tally in the first half was from DeJuan Green, who takes it in from 18 yards out to get the touchdown. And that came right after the field goal by New Albany.
Yeah, these scores were 23 seconds apart. If you look at the stats here, New Albany cannot expect to win this game with only 82 yards of offense in the first half. But 142, I think they did a pretty good job on defense. The turnover is what counted for the 3 points for New Albany. And then the big kick return, which is almost the same as a turnover, Randy. It looked like a pick six going back, put them in a position to be able to go up 7-3.
New Albany will get the ball to start the second half. Jeff, when we do the retrospective of you, I want to see you with hair. We're going to take a break. Third quarter coming around right here on the CW Columbus. I didn't hear what you said.
Field play and locker room insight. These priceless and cherished memories of our Albany Eagles are posted weekly on social media and only made possible by the following donors. Platinum level donors: Hollywood Imprint, Primary Vision Care, Captain Car Wash, Lotto Link Family, and the Keating Firm. Gold level donors: Protect Systems, the Rosser Family, and the Orsinelli Family. Silver level donors: CSE Solutions and Camps Construction. Third story rivals in Albany football to enjoy your video yearbook of the 2022 New Albany Eagles.
Okay, card 7. Got it. Okay, thank you very much. All right. (7-3) North on top of New Albany as the team from Pickerington gets ready to start the second half against the Eagles. And it would not be football, folks, without the marching bands in these contests. And I got to tell you something, the Pickerington North Marching Band is one of the best in the area. We are happy to put the Music Around Marching Band spotlight on them right now. Talk about precision and marching and skill and music ability like you wouldn't believe. Congratulations. They were outstanding at the break. And we're just about set for the start of the second half and the Buckeye State Bank kickoff. Start enjoying the benefits of banking local with Buckeye State Bank. Get started today by visiting joinbsb.com. Malik has it teamed up, and here we go, and we'll scoot it downfield and be scooped up right around the 8-yard line. A difficult situation now just got worse for the Eagles. Again, that kick on the ground can be so difficult to field, Jeff. You have to make sure you corral it. And where were his blockers up front?
Yeah, the squib kick screws everything up. If you can get it to that last level and one of the things as a kick returner you're doing is trying to watch people come down the field and concentrate on the football down on the ground at the same time. The combination of those two things is not good. You got to take care of the football first and worry about the crowd second.
So it's going to be first down for New Albany, but it's going to be 1st and 95 just about. The ball just past the 5 of the 6-yard line on this Home Appliance Solutions first down. And the handoff, they'll get the ball up to around the 7-yard line. Rosser on the carry. Now, we had a situation, too, as you look at the tackle made on the play for Pickerington North by Malik Gray, where each starting tailback was injured in the first half. For New Albany, Manville came back, but we'll have to see what the status of Green is here for the Panthers in the second half. And there's Luca Garver, the 5'11 senior, who was 36 of 63 passing coming into this contest for 8 touchdowns and nary 2 interceptions. Got an official's timeout already.
Looks like we had an injury situation, Randy. They're tending to one of the defensive backs.
And is now leaving the far side of the field.
Caden Christopher.
A guy that had an 80-yard kickoff return to set up that touchdown late in the first half.
And another one, too. Taking 99 off the field as well.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's going to be Joseph Abi. I think Abu, I should say, is scoring 99 tonight instead of 98. Handoff and the acceleration and the burst and the first down, and there's the bowling ball approach to running the football. Get in my way and you're going to pay the price. And that time a nice job to take the ball around the outside and get the first down. That time on the carry is Joseph Flauto, the wingback. And boy, he just barreled his way to the outside, and look at that, the contact, and it picks up the speed and picks up 18 on the play. Enough for another first down right at the 25-yard line. Flauto, a guy with 40 carries for 133 yards, a 3.3-yard average, and 2 touchdowns coming into this contest. Also good hands as a wideout, too. Against Westland, he had 3 catches for 51 yards and a touchdown, and also had a 5-yard touchdown run. 1st and 10 now. And they'll keep it on the ground and up across the 40 to the 45, and Rosser keeps fighting and still not down yet, and finally going to get up for a gain of almost 18 yards on the play. And just took it right up the middle.
Yeah, looks like there's been some adjustments in that backfield, Randy, where Christian Manville's lining up at that wingback spot now more often, and they've got Dylan Rosser back there, handing the ball to Joseph Flauto, trying to mix things up in the backfield.
And Rosser that time matches the 18-yard gain, and it's another Home Appliance Solutions first down as they come around to the near side, and this time the ball's going to get to the 43-yard line. That's about it. Again, it's Joseph Flauto on the carry. And a guy with a good frame at 6 feet, 205 pounds. And, well, would you make that move with Manville because maybe he's not 100%?
Yeah, it makes you wonder. Look at the closing speed, though, of Malik Gray. His father, one of the real, truly good football players at the school up north.
And won a national championship in '97. And this time they break it for a big one on the near hash, all the way down to the 45-yard line. Nice run that time as it's Rosser on the carry.
I don't think we need to talk anymore about that national championship.
Sure, we can get pictures if you like. Look at this. Arm tackles are not going to get it done.
That is really good running of the football there.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line of the Panthers. New Albany down by 4, but driving early here in the second half. And the quick pop, the pass, incomplete at the 41-yard line. A lot of zip on that football intended for Elijah Griffith.
Yeah, Luke Garver in that first half, only 2 out of 7 passing for 10 yards, Randy. So obviously they have not done a great job throwing the football.
Well, Luca, remember, on the first 3 passes on the out pattern to the near side of the field, overthrew all 3 of those. But a little more precision on his touch this time, and that time Griffith couldn't hang on, so it'll be 2nd down and 10.
Again, we're tending to another player
along the far side of the field for the Panthers at the 39-yard line. On one knee and just trying to get up right now. That's Tyson Long, who's the cornerback. He was a quarterback in the past, and they converted him to DB this year. A guy that likes history and had 7 tackles against Pick Central in that big game back in week number 4.
He's one of the many sophomores that are getting to play in this football game tonight. You know, both teams have certainly got their share of seniors, but there's some youth on these teams as well, which bodes well for the future.
2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. And around the left side, this is Manville this time, and he's got a gain, and tight ropes the sidelines. Did he stay in bounds? How did he do that? And some guys would go out of bounds, but when you're an 18-wheel truck, you go for the contact, and that time didn't hit the wall until he got inside the 20-yard line.
Well, really a good block on the perimeter is what springs this play. And you can see Ray is giving him chase but cannot catch him. The only criticism, the only suggestion I've got, Randy, you know where I'm going with this thing. Put that ball in the outside arm, Christian.
On a first down play, they get the ball inside the 15-yard line, then get pushed back from there. As that time it's Rosser on the carry, tried to take it around the left-hand side, and good pursuit by that defense, too. That's the thing. These defenses have been able to bend and not break as we're once again inside the Bathfitter red zone. Just a reminder, you can transform your bathroom in one day, and you get started at bathfitter.com. Gain of a couple on the play. We'll call it 2nd down and 7. Under 9 left to go in the quarter. Again, smash mouth football exists down to around the 11-yard line, and I would hate to be the last guy in that pile, especially with the weight that you see in those offensive lines now, because there's a gain on the play, but man, you just get squashed when you get at the bottom of the heap. Once again, it's Rosser on the carry, but again, I harken back to the fact that we locked in on the numbers on Manville, but again, it's Rosser who's actually had more carries on the campaign, and we've seen that scenario here tonight.
And again, I don't think Manville at 100% tonight, but certainly giving 100% effort.
They need 5 more. Coming around this time, he's got speed. Does he have the corner? He does. Inside the 5 and into the end zone for a touchdown. A rapid statement by New Albany. It's another Ramos Roofing touchdown. Get your free estimate on a roof by calling or texting 614-761-ROOF. And for Christian Manville, that is touchdown number 17 on the campaign.
Play takes a long time to develop. I want to give a lot of credit up front to Jason Samuel, the right guard, number 71. The 5'10", 230 senior really made a great block on the play that created separation, allowing Christian Manville a chance to get in the end zone.
And we've got 2 injured players after that touchdown now as well, too. One at the 1-yard line and one inside the end zone as well, too. So you talked about Jason Samuel, a young guy that likes computer science and helping others. He likes church, math, and student council as well, too, as they attend to those players. And Jeff has the binoculars on them. I'll remind you that the biggest plays, the biggest schools, the best high school football, you get to see it first thanks to First Scores on Fox 28, sponsored by Spectrum. Catch it tonight at 10:45 only on Fox 28. Still one more player being attended to, and now on his feet in the end zone. And limping off the field, that is big number 28 for Pickerington North. That is Tyler Irby. And Irby's going to hobble off the cornerback.
Dylan Rosser, the injured player for the Eagles, leading the blocking on the play, Randy. He was right there laying on the goal line, so giving all he had, but I really want to give a lot of credit to that offensive line for creating the separation, and Jason Samuel leading the way.
I don't want to get blamed for this, but Colin Schuler is 40 of 40 on extra points so far this season.
On your 40th anniversary year.
Well, I didn't want to give him the SI jinx there. We'll see what happens. 9-7 the tally, pending the extra point. The snap, plenty of leg. It is up, and it is good. So I did not jinx him. 41 in a row for Mr. Schuler, and we'll take a break as the answer is made by New Albany. They lead 10-7. We'll take a break here on the CW Columbus. A rapid 94-yard answer by the Eagles, and that puts them on top of this contest 10-7. And a lifetime left to go here at 8:16 of the third quarter. Here's your Kitchen Saver scoring drive. 10 plays, 94 yards, 3:40 off the clock. And just a reminder, you can get your dream kitchen in under a week with a free quote at kitchensaver.com. So, Jeff, the quick answer, and we'll see what Pickerington North has up their sleeves.
A couple of key runs in that series there, Randy, where you had third down situation. Christian Manville, Dylan Rosser doing their thing, running the football. And how about Joseph Flauto coming up with that third down conversion when it was needed?
And they came out inspired, to say the least, to start this drive in the second half. The return going to start from back at the 6-yard line. And the return going to come up to the 21, maybe the 22. Bring it back about 17 yards. And that's where the possession will start, as that was Dorian Hamilton back there. Because remember, Caden Christopher went down with that injury a little earlier here in this third quarter. So now it's Pick North. What effectively did they do on offense, Jeff, in the first half?
Well, what I liked with Pick North able to do was the fact that DeJuan Green got more involved in the offense. But, you know, again, I thought the defensive play of New Albany was really strong, and they kept Pickerington North under their normal numbers that they are putting up offensively.
So it's 1st and 10, just across the 20-yard line. Keep it on the ground, and not a whole lot there. They get to the 19, and that's about it. Great swarming defense from the Eagles. We saw that in the first half as well, too, and they try to find the gap to the outside. Absolutely nothing there for Taylor and company.
Yeah. Again, DeJuan Green not in the lineup here. Michael Taylor trying to find an opportunity, and look at the great job the defense does of just working its way down the line. As long as you have that running back going east and west instead of north and south, you've got a chance of coming up with the play.
Dylan Schaub with a hit on the play. Big number 3 on your screen. Number 1 in the hearts of the people that live in New Albany. Quick pop on the out pattern. It's complete across the 25, the 30, up the sidelines. Look at the speed down the sidelines across the 50, and it's going to go the distance. We talked about being number 1. There's a number 1 for you. As it goes the distance with Bowman, some 80 yards. And for Preston Bowman, that's another Ramos Roofing touchdown. You can call at 614-761-ROOF or text as well, too. And the quick answer, again, Pick North did that late in the first half.
Again, Randy, this is a really simple play, but you're out on an island, man-on-man coverage. You cannot make the miss here. And this kid has got all kinds of speed and able to separate. Just a sophomore, Preston Bowman. Just like that, all of that defense has turned into a bunch of scoring.
Ehrlich. Rolling. Can they make it happen? Do they break the plane? Boy, it is close. Let's see. Yes. They call it the 2-point conversion. It has been converted. Chris Lewis breaks the plane, and they get 2. How huge is that? It makes it now 15-10.
Well, the line judge was right there, not feet away from the play. Let's watch the snap here. And, Randy, this was not designed. This was take it off and improvise. And there you saw him reach the ball across the plane. No question about it. Good call by the officials. But that was not a designed 2-point conversion. That was a bobbled snap. And everybody yelling fire and get the ball into the end zone.
We step aside now for a message from our friends at Toyota.
You want a tough truck?
Take a look at this Toyota Tacoma. The best-selling truck in its class 17 years in a row.
Want to know why? Let's go for a ride. We went to an off-road park to see what the rugged new Tacoma can really do.
And we were blown away.
With multi-terrain select, you can go from rocks to mud and sand just like that.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
During Toyota's fall truck season, save on a new Tacoma with new vehicles arriving daily, plus 2-year no-cost maintenance.
Nobody knows trucks like Toyota. Let's go places.
Check out the Kitchen Saver scoring summary, and that was rapid. Talk about a fast answer. Nearly 80 yards, 45 ticks off the clock, and just like that, we stand now at 15-10 with that 2-point conversion. Boy, if you're in New Albany, your balloon was sailing higher and higher, and then all of a sudden the air just came out again. And again, this is the new kick we've seen in this contest, and it takes the wicket hop again. And they're forced to cover it at the 4-yard line. That is the second time they've gotten that lucky hop, about the 8th hop, if you will, and it's covered up back inside the 10-yard line by Ashton Allen, who is the cousin of Preston Bowman, who just scored the touchdown.
Something's in the water.
Yes.
We need to find a shortstop for the New Albany baseball team and have him cover kicks.
Well, New Albany has a cornerback in Elijah Griffin, who's committed to play baseball for Akron.
He's a pitcher, though. He's a pitcher.
He's got to have hands, right?
We need the shortstop.
First and 90 plus again, and this time they'll take it off the left side, get up to the 5-yard line, then the defense bends them back from there. There's that time Rosser on the carry. Dylan likes TV, music, applied engineering. He's part of the vegan club. I don't hear that about football players very often, do you?
No, you don't.
So a gain to the 5, about 1.5 yards is what they picked up. Second down and long now. Under 7 left to go in the third. 15-10 now the tally in this one. And this is Manville and Christian. That time geometry worked against him. Sometimes when you go to the short side, it's advantageous. That time it was not.
Well, you have to take so much depth to be able to clear the pressure coming up from the interior line there, Randy, that turning the corner, there's just not enough real estate over there to make it happen.
Jeff, is that innate, or is that something you learn as a running back when you have to give a little ground to go wide around the outside?
You know, you just have to feel it, Randy, and a lot of times when you see that pressure, it's just natural to get a little bit more depth, but you got to remember you're going the wrong direction if you're gaining depth on that play, and it gives everybody else a chance to be able to catch up to you.
Their big play receiver, Braylon Nash, just checked in. He goes wide to the top, but they're going to run the ball instead, and they get nowhere. They get back to the line of scrimmage, and a great job by that Panther defense to shut it down as Rosser had nowhere to go. And great pursuit on the play by that defense. You can see a couple of guys got in there. Among them on the play for Pickerington North is Kyan Lyles, also a big hit by Matthew Castaneda.
That's going to bring up a kicking situation, and Randy, they're going to be a little bit limited there. And I want you to know that Pickerington North has come close already in this game to blocking kicks. I expect them to lock and load and come after the kicker here.
Nobody down in the three-point stance. Notice that defensively, they're all upright and nearly got to it again. And it's going to hit across the 45 and be scooped up at the 49-yard line. And a gliding move, and the balance is kept, and the return is going to be a great one. Inside the 30, inside the 20. There's a flag down. There's 2 flags down.
Coming back.
Take it into the end zone. That's Chris Lewis Jr. who takes it in. But we'll see what happens with 5:51 left.
That's frustrating. Really good job of fielding the ball that time and then making people miss. And Chris Lewis knows exactly what was going on there. There's going to be a block in the back, if not more than one.
Joe, what do you got?
During the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block, 15 yards from the spot of the foul, first down.
And we've seen that rule a couple of times, Randy, this year where a block is being made where the defender doesn't see it coming, and they're just doing it from a safety standpoint. It's going to happen right about there. It was right. You saw it in the right corner of the screen.
Line,
yeah, and. Again, an aggressive play by the kick return team, and we've got an injured player still there, and it looks like he was the one that was blocked, and those are the injuries that they're trying to avoid with this rule of having the, what we used to call the crackback block or the slobber knocker, things that they used to show and celebrate now has become a penalty. And
that is the 7th time in this contest we've had to be stopped because of an injury down on the field. I think that is Joey Skowron coming off the field.
Good to see him get up and get his way back over to the sideline. Get another look at it here. You're going to see a flash. There's the block right there.
Boom.
And again, those are plays that 20 years ago were celebrated, and now it is no longer part of football.
So the Panthers, though, still have the ball in excellent field position. The penalty happened just past the 20, as we mentioned, so it's 1st and 10 now from the 36 in New Albany territory on this Home Appliance Solutions first down, and the ball is going to be maneuvered to the right-hand side. Far hash inside the 35 to the 34. So they'll pick up 2 on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 8 from there.
Does not look like we're going to see DeJuan Green maybe the rest of this football game. We saw him struggle to get off the field in the second quarter.
Dorian Hamilton, who returned the kick earlier on the handoff that time. 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, Dorian Hamilton was a featured back in 2021.
Quick pop intended for Bowman. It'll be 3rd down now. Yeah, it's interesting to look at these teams and what they do. You know, the squad from Pickerington North, they average, nearly 400 yards total offense per contest. It's amazing. 225 on the ground, about 173 and change passing. Third down conversions on the campaign, they're at 31.8%, 27 of 85. They look for another one right here. The handoff. Taylor can be lost in a big pile like that, but that time the defense able to nail him at around the 30-yard line. So it's going to set up a fourth down situation. I would think he might contemplate going for it up by 5 and deep in the opponent's territory here.
Absolutely. Keep that offense on the field here.
Actually, that's Hamilton on the carry. So fourth down and a long 4. Cottle. Again, they look to the sidelines. They have some dummy signals as well, too, to confuse the defense. And it's Hamilton who's got it. He's got to get to the sticks, and he does. He's got the first down, the spin move, as he pirouettes inside the 25 to the 24, and it's another first down for the Panthers with 4:32 left to go in the third.
Boy, good vision by Dorian Hamilton here. There wasn't a lot available, but he kept his momentum going upfield. His vision is good. His pads are low. Really a nice job by the running back.
And 5'7" could be an overstatement, too, on the height for the young man who does weigh 178. But look how diminutive he is standing next to his quarterback who goes 6'4". It looks like he's the lineman instead of the quarterback. On a 1st and 10 again, courtesy of Home Appliance Solutions. Hamilton's got it, waiting for blocks. There's a flag on the play. And he's going to go out of bounds inside the 23 near the 22-yard line. But the hanky rests at the 25. It's a holding call, and we'll let Joe Volpio make it official.
Yeah, those plays that take so long to develop in the backfield is really hard for the offensive line to be able to maintain their blocks, and many times they'll get those hands up.
Offense, number 51. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Replay first down.
Again, I want to thank Joe and the crew for allowing me to be down there for the coin toss before this contest and to meet both teams, to hear what they say to these guys. And it's very complimentary, and yet here are the things I want to make sure that you guys are doing when it comes to an equipment standpoint, what I'd like to see during the game and everything. Joe handles that so masterfully, too. So congratulations to the crew, Joe Volpio, Steve Garver, John Sapphire, Frank Grubb, Ben Jordan Downs, and Marcus Wright. My friend Tom Graham, who supervised officials for a long time, said, watch these guys, they're nefarious. They've done a tremendous job tonight. This time it is Taylor, who's inside the 30 and gets it to maybe the 29 or the 28-yard line. A lot of ground, though, to make up after that penalty.
Taylor a little bit bigger option than Dorian Hamilton, but certainly not the power that you get out of DeJuan Green.
Second down now. And they need just more than 15 yards.
See if they try to get the ball to Preston Bowman again.
Looking long downfield, beating double coverage. The pass just barely overthrown 4 yards deep in the end zone.
Well, you can't argue with the effort made by the receiver. And again, that was the aforementioned Preston Bowman. He's obviously the go-to guy, to hit the home run guy that they want to throw the football to.
Yeah, but you look at it, you got him as a sophomore, you got Chris Lewis as a sophomore, you got Jaden Vidal as a junior. These are all their wide receivers. I mean, they've got youth and they're coming back. Their tight end, by the way, Miller, is also a junior. His backup is a junior in Banks.
Again, Landon O'Connell will want to have that one over, too. Just threw it outside of the ability of the receiver to be able to get to the football. That'll come with time. And again, he's a junior, second-year starter.
And the ball inside the 30 to the 28-yard line, too. And Michael Taylor, we should mention, is just a sophomore. So this is a very young squad that they have out there right now for the Pickerington North Panthers, a team that comes in at 6-2. There's your head coach, Nate Hillerich, a guy that shares the same birthday as me, although I think I'm a couple of years older. He's born on August the 27th. And a guy that last year his team went 9-4. Before that, 6-2, then 6-5, 6-4, and 5 years ago they were 10-3. 6 consecutive seasons over 500. If you include this year, it would be 7.
All right, if you're New Albany, you want to locate number 1. That's who they're going to go to.
On 4th and 15, looking long downfield and overthrown. They had a man open at the 7-yard line. The pass had too much air underneath it. And it goes back to the Eagles now with 2:36 left to go. Intended on the play for Derek Ross Jr.
Got to get the feeling that Landon O'Connell may have rushed that pass a little bit, trying to get it to the receiver, and they will turn it over on downs. And that's a good stop, Randy.
So give it back now to the Eagles, and for them, decent field position because they've had a couple drives that have started inside their own 10-yard line. In fact, not only inside the 10, but inside the 5. So mark it 1st and 10 from right around the 29-yard line, and another Home Appliance Solutions first down. Thanks to Brian Peters and everybody at Home Appliance Solutions. They hand it off. Quick burst off the left side. Legs churning up across the 33 to around the 34-yard line on the play.
That's the New Albany football 101 right there. Run that little tight wing T. Push that offensive line going forward. Take control of the line of scrimmage. And puts them in a perfect situation. When you gain 5 yards, Randy, on first down, that opens the playbook even for this wing T offense.
Elijah Griffith checks in with the play. He goes to the top of the set. On the wing of the top is Flauto. And the handoff off the left side and getting close to the first down, maybe about a half-yard shy on the play is Manville.
Yet to see him jet sweep out of this thing tonight, Randy. You notice that? And it's one of the plays that they've had success on all year. But really haven't seen much of the jet sweep here tonight. Maybe here on a third down situation.
When you watch 32 run, though, he runs like a strong safety. You know, he's a running back. It's disguised as a strong safety with the way that he churns into that line. Flauto in motion, they'll keep it on the ground, get the first down, and still fighting across the 45 up to around the 48-yard line. So Rosser on the carry will move the sticks with under 90 ticks left to go in quarter number 3.
Yeah, these Eagles are not going to go away. They're going to keep pounding you. And a good job of covering the football here.
First down from the 47. Long, methodical drive so far. Nothing that time. Oh, what a contact point at the 45-yard line. I think that was Caden Dunbar-White who came up from the secondary and just drilled him. The big, strong safety who's a 3-year starter.
Hard to believe that safeties are making plays in the backfield. But watch how quickly number 4 gets into the backfield here and is able to make the play well before the line of scrimmage.
It's a play that hurts your jaw just to watch it. And that's a guy with size, too, at strong safety. In high school, he's 6'1", 210, and a senior. Second down, they need a dozen. Luca to throw, maybe, maybe not. Back at the 41, and a hanky to add to the problem as well, too. It's Kyan Lyles again, helping to make the hit on the play. See what the flag is all about at the 40-yard line. Normally a hold. The Eagles are going back. Do you take the penalty or do you decline it here?
I think they'll decline this one.
They're checking right now with Nate Hillerich to see what he wants to do.
Take the play. It's going to be third and
long.
And very long. Yep, they're taking it.
Offense, number 78.
Wow.
10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul.
That's confidence in your defense as well, too.
I'm 0 for 2 tonight on coaching decisions.
As we used to cheer, pushing back, way back. Look at the penetration that time immediately by Angelo McCullum. This is a guy indeed that's going to play on the next level. As described by Nate Hillerich, he said he is just plain unblockable at times, and that was one of those plays. Second and forever. They need 26. And they're going to need more than 26. Back to the 30-yard line, and that is it for Flauto on the carry that time. And Mr. McCollum there again.
Yeah, he is impressive. Very impressive. Again, the transfer from Olentangy, doing a nice job at that defensive tackle position.
Back to the 30. That'll do it for the third quarter. We have played 3. The margin, less than a touchdown. 15-10, Panthers over the Eagles. Fourth quarter coming up. This is the Central Ohio Toyota Dealers Friday Night Rivals, presented by Columbus State Community College, right here on the CW Columbus. Bowman's been a good difference maker. Bowman, number 1.
He had that early long catch in the first half, and then the touchdown catch.
They've been targeting him to make something happen because Green's gone. Do you see him on the bench anywhere or anything over there? He got bad angles.
He's over on the bench. He's got his back to us right now. 32.
Yeah.
No,
6. Pickerington North on top of New Albany 15-10 as we head into the fourth quarter. Week number 9 on the CW Columbus. And New Albany looking for an answer right now, trying to pick up some big yardage here. He's just checking in again with the play from the sidelines, Braylon Nash. He is their big play wide receiver, but he's been shut down most of the night, and they're going to keep it on the ground anyway, and they're not going to find anything. A great job by that North defense to stay home, and again, number 94, McCollum in the mix. Run away from that guy.
Yeah, I don't know how you can.
Like to a different county, perhaps.
He's got great wheels. His lateral movement, Randy, even when they're running away from him, is very impressive.
I can't imagine he's a snowboarder, though, too. Can you imagine that coming your way? You can have the hill, son.
Well, Pick North should get the ball in great field position here, leading by 5 as we start the fourth quarter.
And man who likes Special Olympics, part of the National Honor Society, Mr. Schuler back deep to punt. They're going to pick up some yardage here, but it's not going to help that much.
That's what you get for talking about Angelo.
Ball.
So move it up 5, but still it's a punting situation, this time from the 35 instead of the 30.
Angelo McCollum let his excitement get the better of him, jumped into the neutral zone.
Caden Christopher injured early in the second half, normally a returner. But they will let it hit. And he'll take a bit of a Pickerington North bounce. And we'll start the next possession from right there. Well, there they are. The New Albany High School Marching Band on your screen. Hey, clarinet. I played it a long time ago. This is a band filled with amazingly talented musicians, and their fans love them. That's why we were happy to put the Music Around Marching Band Spotlight on them now for everyone to see. Boy, down through the years, they've had great bands here, going back to the days of Jerry Cheeseman as well, too. So congratulations to New Albany. Jeff, I was trying to remember the first time I did a New Albany game. It was the press box of the old stadium. It handled 5 people. It was during the remnants of a hurricane, and I had the only spot where you could see out the window on this Bowling Green State University first down. The play doesn't end, and still doesn't end, all the way up to around the 43-yard line. It looked like a short gain on the play, but the play didn't end as Taylor kept going and going, kept the legs going, as we talk about. But I had the only spot to see out of, so I would call the play. The PA announcer would mimic what I said, and then my analyst at the time, Tom McDonald, would take a look at the replay. But we didn't have lightning. We could barely see the field. But we played on.
Was Tom McDonald in any of those little highlights that we looked at in the Randy career?
Buddy, I don't think he was.
I didn't see
Buddy. I love Tom.
Oh, he's great.
Great to see some of those, and my Bob Ross days there, too, with the sponge top that I had. Quick pop on the out pattern. Pass is complete. Out to around the 45-yard line. Catches made on the play by Derek Ross, who had a big play in an earlier drive for the Panthers, and he's going to move the sticks one more time. You saw me as a 22-year-old calling the state championship in basketball in Indiana with Chuck Marlowe, who's an institution, and I had hair and a corduroy suit. I looked like somebody had thrown up on my clothing there. It was horrible.
It was the style back then.
Oh, it was.
I just want to know if the mustache was yours or if that was applied.
No, that was mine. Some people used to call me Geraldo Rivera because of that, too. That's Taylor on the carry inside the 40 down to around the 39-yard line. But we used to do, at a station in Cincinnati, news and sports at 2:20 in the afternoon of all times. And that was me doing sports. I did that for a couple of years. Quick slant, and that's Taylor on the replay there. Protects the ball nicely.
Wholesale changes defensively for New Albany, trying to get some fresh legs out there. And once again, Michael Taylor is the running back du jour.
They need 4 more. He's got it, and will he get the first down? He will not. Jeff, you mentioned maybe some erosion and some tired legs could be a factor for New Albany here with that bulk and the size and the Pickerington North line. Has that been a factor so far?
Well, it looks like it. It's eventually going to take its toll when you've got guys that are that big, but the efforts that are being made by New Albany, they are doing a terrific job defensively. You saw Michael Roth, the senior defensive end, number 66, come in to make that play. At 240 pounds, he's lining up against offensive tackles that are 280.
They need 3 on this third down play, and they've got the 3, and then some, as Hamilton weaves his way down inside the 31-yard line. And number 7 moves the sticks with 9:03 left to go in a rapidly played fourth quarter.
Yeah, Dorian Hamilton doing a really good job here of reading what's out there in front of him, and the blocking that is going on downfield by the receivers. A decent job by Preston Bowman downfield, engaging with the secondary to create the opportunity for his running back.
How nice is it to go 3 deep at running back as well, too, on a high school team?
That's amazing. You keep talking about how depth is so important, and you're seeing it here tonight.
And, boy, Hamilton thought he had the bounce to the outside, but as soon as he turned, he was smack dab drilled right around the 28-yard line.
Again, we talked about how this game has championship written all over it because Pickerington North controls their own destiny. If they're able to win this game tonight, they're leading here by 5 tonight. They go up against Gahanna next week, which would be the championship for the division.
On 2nd and 7, the handoff, big gap that time inside the 25, and they'll get it all the way down inside the 23 near the 22-yard line on that carry by Hamilton again. So,
Randy, 2 of the most improved teams, though, in Central Ohio District, I think you'd have to go with Thomas Worthington this year.
Yes.
And how about Grove City? Grove City, a much improved football team, had a great history, but really hadn't been very good for quite a while.
And it all starts for them at quarterback as well, too, which has really been a catalyst for them, something they've lacked in the last few years. Third down play, can they shut it down? They try to. Hamilton trying to burrow his way inside the 21-yard line. I think he's shy of the sticks by a little bit. Going to set up a 4th down. Big play here for both sides with 7.5 left to go in the fourth quarter, and strong play defensively by Roman Orsinelli again.
Yeah, Orsinelli looks like a middle linebacker, doesn't he? Got that neck ring. Look at that. Man, that is just something else. Come in there to make the play, and there's the celebration by number 5. That's where they are really missing DeJuan Green. Speaking of the Pickerington North Panthers, not having the ability to get in there. And you can see that Orsinelli, who made the initial hit, looks like he might have just kind of rung his bell a little bit in there. He'll have to come out for a play.
Stretching his legs a little bit, and he's not the largest guy in the world at 5'10", 195, and a senior. Boy, he can smack you, though, and you'll know it. A man who likes social studies and a returning starter, and a guy that, when you look at it, 64 tackles, 1 interception, also 4 tackles for loss for that young man wearing number 5 this season for New Albany. And James Yarborough, great job with his defense, and as I mentioned, took over about, 3 years ago after Bubba Kidwell had that heart attack after the first game of the season. He's done a masterful job leading that defense.
Another 4th down conversion try for the Panthers.
Close to 2 yards is what they need with about 7 minutes left to go in regulation. McConnell going to hand it off. Taylor in the air and brought back. He tried with a second effort. Let's see where they give him his forward progress. New Albany's not even going to wait. In fact, Joe Vopio says, nope, they held him. He goes airborne. Jeff, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and that time he got drilled.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 you lose. You just lose all of your momentum going airborne like that, and I'm sure Michael Taylor felt it was the right thing to do at the time, but there was just no opportunity. He got met at the top. Watch again here. Simple dive play. You go up like that, and that is a terrific job by the defense. Watch him meet him at the high point, and that play, like number 15?
I think that was Sabian Harris, number 13.
13. Nicely done.
On the first down play, nothing there for New Albany. They need to regroup and find that elixir in offense here, Jeff, because they have been stymied after that first drive here in the second half. McCollum again making a difference in this contest. That's a guy that potentially could be the player of the game, although you look at it, Bowman, he's got a couple big catches in this game as well, too. 2nd down and 10. Griffith with the play from the sidelines coming on. And one of the longer huddles this time by New Albany. Back at the line of scrimmage again on the second down play. Garver rolling, looking, passing downfield. He's got his man up across the 40 to the 45. And that's Christian Manville who makes the catch on the play. Manville able to corral the ball and get across the 45-yard line. Coming into this contest, he had 6 catches for 112 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Flag at the end of the play, Randy, and this is going to be a sideline penalty against New Albany. They had the warning earlier in the game.
Sideline interference against New Albany. 5-yard penalty. First down.
But it's still a first down. They just lose 5 yards, so mark it back to the 42. The difference is 5 points. The clock is under 6 minutes.
Huge play that time, and really the best throw Luca Garver has had all night long. He had time to throw, Randy, which certainly helped. Let the play develop out there. He delivered the ball on target, on time, which was important for the success of the play.
Another BGSU first down from the 42-yard line. Garver look, throws, has a man wide open, incomplete at the 35-yard line.
Now, that was that naked bootleg situation where they go counter to everybody else, and it created an opportunity. If it's possible to have a receiver too wide open, that was it, because the quarterback is trying to be too precise and missed his target altogether.
Braylon Nash was open on the second down play. The run off the left side. Gets it across the 45. Rosser trips down right at the 46-yard line. Well, the question is, they're going to mark the knee actually down at the 45. Is this 4-down territory late in this contest for New Albany now?
This will be interesting to see. I think with as much time as there is on the clock now, if they have a negative play here, they would most certainly have to kick it away. But reminder, this game went down to 1 point a year ago. New Albany won by 1.
20-19. Manville with the explosion, the power, not down yet, cuts it back. Manville down inside the 30 to the 22-yard line. And again, there's that explosive run, and the fact that if you want to give him contact, you're probably going to lose.
Boy, that is just an excellent run by this young man. Good blocking by the offensive line. Gets himself back up inside, delivers the blow. Man, he keeps those pads low and just keeps going. Ball came loose at the end, but it was after the ball had hit the ground right there.
32 gains 33. And on this first down toss sweep, they get the ball down to the 20-yard line. So a short gain on that play. As Rosser on the carry that time, the clock now down to 4:42 left to go in regulation. But the strength you saw of Christian Manville, as some people get more tired, he just kicked it up one more notch. As we're inside the Bathfitter red zone one more time, transform your bathroom in one day. Get started at bathfitter.com. Handoff left side. There's a gap inside the 15. Rosser to the 14-yard line. Are you saving Manville for the third down runs? It looks like it on this drive here.
Yeah, they've got a lot of backs to be able to go to, and you talked about the 3 deep on the other side for Pickerington North, but how about the fact that you've got 3 different running backs that you can use at the same time if you are the New Albany Eagles?
Great point. And you've got an official's timeout.
Timeout. Pick North. That's their first of the second.
We'll take a break. The crowd is alive. Hopefully you are too. What a night for high school football. And you're watching it all right here on the CW Columbus. Third down play awaits New Albany. Deep in Pickerington North territory, trailing 15-10. Mirror images of each other with 6-2 marks and 2-1 in the OCC Ohio. And a big play here, 3rd down and about a couple from just inside the 15-yard line. Randy Reinhardt, Jeff Logan, and Jake Stewart. Glad to have you aboard. Week number 9 action from the gun for Garver and company. High snap over his head. Has to eat it back at the 28-yard line. My, how everything changed with one snap.
Oh, Brian Finn is over there. He just cannot believe what he just saw. You had a timeout, able to get everybody on the same page, and that's going to go as a loss of about 5, but most importantly, they were able to recover the football.
But now it's also 4th down. 4th and about 15. Nash comes on. Griffith comes on. Those are the hands guys and wide outs. You got to think they're going to put it up.
Let's see if they go with the naked bootleg again, where they've got the crossing pattern where they have the receiver wide open.
And officials timeout. Who's going to burn a timeout this time? It'll be Pick North again.
Timeout. Pick North.
I guarantee you.
That's their second timeout of the half.
Exactly what they're going to talk about over there was the fact that receiver came wide open there, and why not go back and knock on that same door?
That being said, I want to tell you about something, Jeff. You'll like this. Scarlet Gray versus Maize and Blue. It's not just a game, it's the game. Coming this fall to Fox 28. Go inside the rivalry of Ohio State and Michigan. College football's greatest game. Rivals. A new docuseries narrated by J.K. Simmons. Interesting sidebar on J.K. Simmons.
He's a Buckeye.
He is a guy I believe went to Thomas Worthington High School.
That's right. He's from Columbus. He's a Buckeye. Terrific actor.
And he's into insurance, too. We know that.
He is a terrific actor, yeah.
All right, what are you thinking right now if you're New Albany? The timeout was taken by Pickerington North. You've had a chance to reassess your situation. You need 15. What are you going to try to do here if you're Coach Finn and company?
Looking to see where Braylon Nash, who was wide open there before. It doesn't look like he's in the lineup right now.
Garver on the 4th down play, looking long downfield, throwing it in double coverage, and the pass is intercepted. Picked off in the end zone by the Panthers, and they come up with the football in the person of Kelly Jackson.
Ruling on the field is an interception and touchback. 1st down, Pick North.
This is a guy that sees time. You remember Tyler Irby had that ankle injury earlier in this second half, and Jackson now with his 2nd interception for the 5'11 junior this season.
Well, that's a big play. Pretty good ball here, Randy, but this is just great defense. Going up and high pointing the ball, and you could criticize all you want that maybe you should have just knocked that ball down and had a better look at the shot we've got here by our crew.
Wow.
Nobody better in the business.
I will miss these guys. And Jackson with the pick, great concentration too. Yeah, but Jeff, how do you turn off that competitive spirit to pick off the football?
I know.
You just can't.
You can't shut it down. I agree.
Another BGSU 1st down from the 20-yard line. Right now they're looking to evaporate that clock, and New Albany looking to burn their timeouts if need be with 3:14 left to go.
They'll take one right away.
Timeout, New Albany. That's their first timeout of the second half.
As they take a break, we will do the same thing with a message from our friends at Toyota.
You want a tough truck?
Take a look at this Toyota Tacoma. The best-selling truck in its class 17 years in a row.
Want to know why? Let's go for a ride. We went to an off-road park to see what the rugged new Tacoma can really do.
And we were blown away.
With multi-terrain select, you can go from rocks to mud and sand just like that.
Woo! That's what I'm talking about.
During Toyota's fall truck season, save on a new Tacoma with new vehicles arriving daily, plus 2-year no-cost maintenance.
Nobody knows trucks like Toyota. Let's go places.
2nd down and 9 from the 21. Time remaining just over 3 minutes. Timeouts remaining for New Albany, unofficially 2. So if you're setting this up for the Eagles, you'd love to just burn the 2nd one, burn the 3rd one, get the ball back with one more chance. But remember, you need a touchdown. If you're the Panthers, 1 first down here could be huge.
Now they know they're going to try and strip the football, so you got to make sure you're taking care of it. Dorian Hamilton in there at the tailback spot.
And a pass. Picked off on the play by New Albany. Down the sidelines. In for a touchdown. Wow. 3:05 left to go. There is your ultimate Ramos roofing touchdown. The interception taken back on the play by Elijah Griffith. And just like that, it's 16-15, New Albany.
Unbelievable. Elijah Griffith, 3 interceptions coming into tonight's ball game. This is a perfect pick 6. What in the world were you thinking, Pick North? Oh, my goodness.
Wow, this game has had more twists and turns than a roller coaster.
That may be the play of the year right there. My goodness.
Now do you go for 2 here to make it a 3-point cushion? I think you do. You put your offensive team back out there, but what a celebration for that young guy who's committed to Akron for baseball. Son, you can play football too. Now, they weren't sure of his commitment to football because of his baseball commitments. Coach Finn said, one more time, we got the 2-a-days. We'd love to have you. He goes, you know what? I want to be with the guys. He came out, and they are so thankful that he did.
Yeah, that's the play of the game, play of the year, and a timeout being taken by New Albany to talk about this 2-point conversion.
Timeout. New Albany, that's their second timeout of the second half.
They were not happy with the way they're not happy with the way things went. Now, I was confused because I hadn't heard it, and now I have. Ladies and gentlemen, Logan's Heroes, excuse me.
You're going to miss this after you're gone, buddy, but here are the top 5 schools. Got a couple of new faces in here. At least Harvest Prep is brand new tonight at Licking Heights. Dublin Jerome was losing early tonight at Olentangy. Gahanna Lincoln was leading over Grove City. Columbus East lost on Thursday night. They were defeated by Beechcroft on Thursday. And then Westerville South against Franklin Heights tonight. I wanted to put one of these 2 teams in, but I wasn't going to make the decision until after it's over. But I'm reserving a spot in the top 5 there for one of these 2 teams to be named at a later date.
Of those big school teams, the likes of Jerome and Westerville South and Gahanna, who do you think is the best?
I think Gahanna, who's got the athletes out there. I like them.
All right, the try for 2 to make it a 3-point cushion now. And Garver, does he throw it in time? It doesn't matter because the pass is incomplete, so the try for 2 is no good. We stay at 16-15 with 3:05 left to go, and now that man has to watch his team regroup on offense. Again, you're trying to milk that clock, but you're thinking the element of surprise if you throw the out pattern, you get it complete, but that's a dangerous pass to throw, knowing that if they jump the route, you could be caught, and that's what happened there.
Yeah, I just don't think you put your quarterback in that kind of a situation, Randy, to be honest with you. The other team's going to try and call timeouts. You don't want to have an incomplete pass either that gives them a free timeout to be able to stop the clock. I just don't know what Pickerington North was thinking throwing the football in that circumstance.
Well, these teams have not been conservative. They came out passing when they have stellar running games.
That's true.
It's big in week number 9. You're going to go for that element of surprise if you can. They tried that early on and then settled down with the running game. And we've seen injuries left and right. Each starting running back has been hurt. One has come back. The other has not. We've been stopped for injuries no less than 7 times so far in this game. All right, now it has changed for Pickerington North. When you get the ball back, you have to contemplate what you want to do. Unofficially, I think they have, 1 timeout remaining, correct?
That is correct.
And now, remember, a field goal would win it for them, too. So Schuler's got it teed up from the 40. Do you pooch it along the ground again?
I would think they will squib this thing, but they got to get it deep.
And instead it goes high and deep, and it's dropped and picked up at the 16 and covered just across the 17-yard line. So at least the recovery is made for North in the person of Hamilton. So now they've got it, and for Landon O'Connell and company, a chance to regroup with 3 minutes left to go in regulation, down by 1 point, down to 1 timeout, and about 80-plus yards away. Mark it at the 17.
They're not going to give any Buckeye leaves out tonight for any kick return, guys. Other than the one that went long, everybody has had trouble catching the football tonight.
And that by Mr. Christopher, who's not in the contest right now. He went out with an injury. On the first down play, they're going to hand it off, try to bounce it to the outside, and they're going to stay in bounds and only get it up to the 20-yard line. That's Taylor on the carry. Now you need that sense of urgency to a certain extent. If you're Pickerington North, you have time left, but you've got to manipulate that ball and traverse down about 60 or 70 yards just to be in field position to attempt a field goal if nothing else.
They want to pay attention to the clock, Randy, but there's no need to panic at this stage. They need to just get a couple of first downs and build that momentum.
They need 7. Remember, Bowman is a threat. They look downfield. The pass incomplete. Nearly corralled at the 35-yard line, intended on the play for Derek Ross Jr., who already has a huge catch in this game.
He really does, and that looked like the ball was really well thrown. We'll look at it over the middle here. Watch from the quarterback spot. Ball being thrown was not tipped. That is a very catchable ball. And it looked like somebody may have gotten a hand in there at the tail end, but third down.
And 7 yards to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Taylor to the outside, spins, churns, and gets a couple, but now you've got a big play if you're Pick North. Do you go for it here on 4th down? I assume so. This is the game.
No, I think you got to punt it away. I think you punt it away and trust your defense to be able to stop them, Randy.
But you only have one time
I
out.
understand that, but you got it.
No, you got to go for it.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think you have a choice. You're not going to get the ball back otherwise. We'll see what happens. 16-15. New Albany trying to hang on defensively. And right now, Pickerington North looking for that elixir. Where can they find 7 yards? Is it Bowman? Is it Taylor? Looking downfield for Bowman, quadruple coverage almost. The pass incomplete. And now the ball will go back to New Albany with 1:43 left to go.
Now they're trying to take control of the sideline over here, and Bowman a little late getting up. Got his helmet off. He's frustrated there. You knew that they were going to go to the money, and that's Bowman. And Bowman nearly comes up with this ball, Randy.
Look at that triangle of coverage there.
Right in front of 3 defenders.
Roberts got his paws on it, as well as Bowman. 43 with great position in Tommy Roberts.
You think they made a decision to cover number 1?
We have to contemplate who our player of the game is. It might be Griffith for that big play there defensively.
I don't know how you don't.
And now, if you're New Albany, you want to hold it with 3 arms. They just fall forward inside the 20-yard line and try to drain as much clock as they can. Now, if you're Pick North, they're going to wait to use his timeout, correct?
Absolutely. Now, Christian Manville, I think we're talking about players of the game, certainly had a terrific evening. Looked like we might lose him early with that. He limped off the field, but able to work his way through it. That offensive line done a terrific job tonight, but what a defensive play on a pick 6.
Manville needs about 7 yards to go over the 1,000 mark on the season after Ross's first down play. 1:11 left to go. Again, they can see the play clock right in front of them. They're staring right at it right now in the person of Luca Garver with 5, 4, 3, and then he snaps it. And there's a nice gainer, and Rosser's going to take it inside the 10. There's flags on the play. The ball's free. It's coming back the other way. Pick North has the football. Up on across the 24. I think those are possession markers from the change of possession that the ball went over to Pickerington North. It looked like a flag, but instead those are marker.
Play clock operator, please reset the game clock to 50 seconds. 5-0.
So they want the game clock reset to 50 seconds. Those markers were indeed change of possession markers, the beanbags they used to have, and now the ball goes back to Pickerington North. Let's see what happened, but remember, they still have a long way to go in 50 seconds.
Well, you know they're going to be stripping the football here, and you can see it came loose. There's no question about it. It looked like
it's Lyles.
Play clock operator, please reset the game clock.
We need 50 seconds on the clock.
50 seconds. Thank you.
So the ball goes back to Pickerington North. We mentioned a roller coaster. It continues here. Now, once again, everybody's going to look for Bowman. Do you look for the tight end or other options, perhaps out of the backfield in Taylor, to try to move the ball downfield?
One timeout remaining for each of the two.
And they're trying to get the clock reset again to 50 seconds.
There it is.
Finally got it set. So first down and 10. The ball resting at the 23-yard line now for the Panthers. With Hamilton in the backfield with Landon O'Connell, the 6'4", 250-pound junior. Straight back to throw. Looking, gunning downfield, passing, coming back to the football. It's incomplete. Looking on the play for Ross, and then it was second down.
Landon O'Connell is not a guy that's going to tuck it and run under most circumstances, but Randy, there was a great opportunity there for him to just take off and run and easily be able to pick up the first down, in my opinion.
A guy that's composed, stays within the offense, and is going to have to do that in the last 45 seconds yet. At the same time, look for the big play. It seems like a contradiction, but he's got a nice gainer there and a first down. It goes to Chris Lewis Jr. That'll move the sticks, and again, the clock will stop while they move the chains when the ball is set for action. Then we'll start again, and we can start it right now, and you can see it's matriculating down from 35 from there. They glance to the sidelines for the play. Looking again to the sidelines, quick pop again, and out of bounds again at the 40-yard line. This time the clock will stop because they went out on the catch by Derrick Ross Jr.
Yeah, they're going to have to start throwing the ball downfield, though, Randy, and maybe a little hitch and go is what you want to try and do. If you get the quarterback to pump it here and then be able to send the ball downfield. Again, that outcut, the corner is going to want to jump the outcut, but one of the things he's got to be careful of is jumping it and missing and ending up leaving himself exposed out on an island.
But ironically, Jeff, that is the difference maker of this game. Dump underneath. The pass is caught. That's Lewis out to the 40, maybe the 41-yard line. But again, takes a lot of time. Down to 19 seconds left to go. Bowman's drawing double or triple coverage when he goes downfield now, Jeff.
Gain of only 2 yards on the play, Randy. 19 seconds remaining, as you see on the screen there. And we'll see if Preston Bowman got to be running a post over the middle.
Lewis is a deep threat. We've seen Ross as well, too. They have the weapons. Do they have the time? Literally in the backfield and also on the clock. We'll see. Hamilton in the backfield next to O'Connell on a third down play. Looking, rolling, pressure from the backside, throws, guns it. And it's caught by Bowman. He caught a rocket shot right at the 45-yard line. Did he get enough for the first down? He did. So that'll move the chains with 12 ticks left.
Boy, nearly coming up with the ball here, and the quarterback, really a well-thrown ball, but again, inches getting the first down. Now you got to start throwing the ball deep.
Bowman near side number 1, trips to the top.
Blitz coming.
Comes downfield and finds Bowman, heads out of bounds at the 44-yard line, maybe the 43. But there's a flag on the play.
Holding. Coming back.
And with 6 seconds left to go, there's the call. And that is huge.
Yeah, they chose to go with the blitz there, and I think the offensive line, to save their quarterback, got a little bit of jersey.
6 seconds left to go, and now if you're Pickerington North, if you've got the trick play, this is the time to use it.
Holding. Offense, number 76. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
Boy, Randy, you think about the pick six that has been the difference maker in this football game so far, and we talked about the fact that Pickerington North has been just kind of had crazy things happen to them all year with scooping scores and things like that. I mean, just it seems like every time they try and get away with something negative comes back with a turnover that has really affected them.
Pick North. That's their last timeout of the half.
So if you've got a big play, it might take some time to get it set, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to burn their last timeout with the ball at the 34-yard line. Realistically, a field goal doesn't seem to be in the picture. They would need a touchdown with 6 seconds left to go, and right now the tension on both sides. You can cut it with a knife, and what a contest this has been. A lot of defense early and then some big spectacular plays, but the ebb and flow, the staccato nature that we had in the first half, we saw an early drive in the second half by New Albany, but since then we've gone back and forth, and a play we didn't expect to see has been the difference maker so far. But what happens here on this first down play with the ball resting at the 34?
New Albany in a cover two with two deep safeties lining up 20 yards off of the line of scrimmage.
O'Connell.
Here it comes.
A little hook and lateral.
That's what they're doing.
And they get it up to the 43-yard line, and zeros on the clock, and that will do it. A come-from-behind victory for New Albany. Last year they won 20-19. This year it's 1 point. They went 16-15. Do you believe in karma?
No, that is amazing. They keep their home winning streak alive as well. and they keep it alive for the opportunity to be at least a co-champion in the OCC Ohio.
What a contest in week number 9 at New Albany. With the last statement, they get the victory to advance to 7-2, and Pickerington North falls to 6-3. This is a surprise to me. Let's find out who our player of the game is, because the twists and turns were so present in the second half, and it is Griffith with the pick who takes it the distance, and Elijah with the play of the game becomes the player of the game.
It wasn't quite a walk-off pick six, but it was pretty darn close to that, wasn't it? I mean, we saw a lot of drama after that play, but with about 3 minutes to go in the ball game, inexplicably they're throwing the football, and you get a pick six, and once again, this is a 1-point victory for New Albany, Randy. Good game.
Well, you talk about the 3 scoops and scores. This is the 4th one. It's just an above-ground scoop and score, if you will, as they take it in for the touchdown in a hard way for Pickerington North to fall, because a talented team with an incredible coach. But right now, if you're New Albany, you are so happy you get the victory, and now with a chance to play perhaps for that OCC crown to share that. Let's take a break, step aside now, and meet once again our Scholar Athletes of the Week.
Ohio Education Association is proud to recognize Central Ohio's Scholar Athletes of the Week. Aiden Everhart is captain of the cross-country team and MVP in track at Pickerington North High School. He's also on the diving team. Aiden has a 4.1 GPA. Tom Bowman is a 3-time varsity letter winner in football and baseball at New Albany High School. He's a member of the National Honor Society and has a 4.3 GPA. Congratulations to these outstanding Ohio Education Association Scholar Athletes.
What a night of high school football, and you saw it here live on the CW Columbus as New Albany gets by Pickerington North 16-15. These two teams should play every week, Jeff.
Look at the disappointment you can see on the Pickerington North football players making their way to the locker room, and on the other end of the field, you're going to see an immense celebration here with the student body of New Albany keeping that home winning streak alive, and quite a win for Coach Brian Finn and the New Albany Eagles here at home.
13-game home winning streak. Their last loss, September the 25th, 2020, when they lost to Pickerington North 56-21. The final stats in this contest. And the Eagles actually outgained by the Panthers by nearly 55 yards.
Well, they only had 82 yards of offense, New Albany, in the first half of play, but 264 total. You got to pass the ball a little bit better than what they were able to do. Remember the wide open pass that they did have. Were not able to connect on it. Randy, both teams with 2 turnovers in this game, but the one that was the most important was the pick six at the end of the game.
By the baseball player, right?
Yes, exactly right.
Who was coerced to a certain extent to come back out, but once he decided to, he was very happy. And a guy that has to be thrilled right now is the head coach of the Eagles, Coach Finn. And Brian, congratulations. What does this game mean to you guys?
I'm just happy for our seniors, obviously. Everything that they did, everything that they're doing. We had one simple message all week. What was it, boys? Do your job. Do your job. That was what we kept preaching all week long. And I'm proud that the kids just continue to fight. As I told you guys before the game, that's what I'm most proud of these guys. They're resilient. They haven't given up all year. And they did what we asked them to do, which is represent our program in a certain way. And couldn't be happier or proud for them doing that tonight.
You know, Coach, it's Jeff Logan. It's easy to talk about those guys on offense, but what a night for your defensive football team and a walk-off pick six for your defense. That is absolutely spectacular.
Yeah, we, credit Pick North. Defensively, they're pretty good. So, we made some adjustments at halftime, and they readjusted, and so it was kind of that game. But, yeah, definitely a defensive game. But, I don't know. I don't know. You played for a guy by the name of Woody Hayes. I think you know what it's like to play football in late October. And I know this about our guys. We're not soft. We're definitely not a soft football team. And, we believe that we can hang toe-to-toe with anybody that wants to try and be physical.
Well, Coach, I know your kids, Kyle, Olivia, and Brady, are proud of you, but they have to be happy, too, because to celebrate his 48th birthday a day and a half early, congratulations, Coach Finn. Take this trophy. You are the champions on Friday Night Rivals. Go crazy, guys. Jump on it, boys. That's what it's all about right there.
Oh, man, I'm going to miss that. What a night, Jeff. And, we thought coming into this game, this is a game that has to live up to the hype. And son of a gun, it did.
Yeah, sometimes you can overhype games, but this one just seemed like it was going to be a championship type of game. And, Randy, we had a 2-point conversion in this game. We had a kickoff return. We've had turnovers. We had a pick six. You can't ask for much better than that. We'll head to week number 10 with a lot on the line for both of these teams.
Coach, you're right. What a great game. Upper Arlington, Hilliard-Davidson. It'll be a great way to end the regular season. Hopefully can match this game. It's all right here next week on the CW. Jeff, thank you for everything you've done, and thank you for the honors tonight. You made it very special. And I want to remind you, as another edition of Central Ohio Toyota's Friday Night Rivals has come to a close, we'd like to extend a thank you to all of our sponsors and also Dean Marini and the Image Video Broadcast team. I will miss them. Join us next Friday for a swan song at 7 p.m. for our final game of the 2022 season when Upper Arlington takes on Hilliard-Davidson. Our final score, one more time, New Albany gets the victory, 16-15 over Pickerington North. I'll say it one more time. You've been watching Central Ohio Toyota Dealers Friday Night Rivals, presented by Columbus State Community College, in one place on the CW Columbus.